To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in, here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at uhc.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
You walk in tired and hungry, one bad dinner away from losing it. You don't like to cook. You don't want more takeout. You just want something good. That's why there's Dish by Blue Apron. Pre-made meals with at least 20 grams of protein and no artificial flavors or colors. From fridge to fork in 5 minutes or less. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, last week, our very own Mike Hawk brought us a story that is the most Kentucky story to ever Kentucky. And involved a woman finding a drunk raccoon, performing CPR, and saving its life. Now, where did she find the drunk raccoon? She found it drowning in a dumpster. Now, to be fair, you never know what you're going to find in a dumpster. In West Virginia, security cameras, they caught the moment that a school principal was unlocking the dumpsters for the day and then took off running when a black bear climbed out. Surprise! In New Hampshire, a community came together to find a stuffed bear that was accidentally thrown away by a little girl's father. Now, we're not sure how long it took, but the stuffed animal was found. The same cannot be said for a guy in England. Now, in his case, his ex-girlfriend accidentally threw his key away. That was 11 years ago, and he's still looking for it. So why? Because the key in question is the key to his $700 million Bitcoin fortune. He's been looking for 11 years, $700 million. Turns out the Bitcoin keys aren't the only valuable things thrown in the trash. A Dutch museum accidentally threw out artwork from Andy Warhol. In Italy, a Picasso painting was found, that's right, in the garbage. And a woman in Vietnam, she dug through 11 tons of trash to find her $40,000 diamond ring. And look, we have countless stories about things that get lost and or found in the trash, including people, because quite frankly, it happens all the time, and that's what we're talking about today. So today's question, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration, is intentional or not, what ended up in the trash?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com. And now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at UnitedHealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
Hey, Whatcom County, got an auto loan? Let North Coast Credit Union beat it. This month, we will lower your current auto loan rate by at least 1% when you refinance at North Coast Credit Union. That means more savings in your pocket each month. Just show proof of your current rate and we'll take care of the rest. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations or northcoastcu.com to learn more. Open to members and anyone eligible to join. Minimum auto loan rate is 5.47%.
You know how everything's a subscription now? Music, movies, even socks. I swear if
To continue this ad, please upgrade to Premium Plus Platinum.
What? No, anyway, Blue Apron...
This is a pay-per-listen ad. Please confirm your billing.
Oh, that's annoying. At least with the new Blue Apron, there's no subscription needed. Get delicious meals delivered without the weekly plan.
Wait, no subscription?
Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
All the Joes, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,398. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Taryn Daly, Steve Mix from the Daily Mix Morning Show will join us once again. We're going to sit and spin. And today, we get into the world of Disney and soundtracks.
Oh, boy.
For the top Disney soundtracks of all times. Now, Steve and myself did not necessarily grow up on Disney.
No, I did not.
I mean, Disney was one of those things back in the day. It was a Sunday evening Walt Disney World program. So they would show all kinds of movies and things like that. But for the most part, as far as Disney was concerned, if you wanted to see Disney, you had to go to the movie theater. Most of the Disney movies at that time, they were already out 20, 30 years before we were born. And they
we
were
didn't get anything like that.
It wasn't like The Wizard of Oz, where they would show these on a regular basis or yearly basis on TV. So you had either seen these movies or you had not. And then, when we got into our 20s, Disney started pumping out the likes of The Lion King and The Little Mermaid and all these other movies that you know and love today. But we're going to try to figure out if we can determine from the soundtrack which Disney movie we are showcasing on Sit and Spin.
You both have daughters, though, so that should help.
It helped me along the way.
It might. You know, I mean, the only Disney movies I've watched, honestly, are with my daughter back in the day.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I watched Bugs Bunny growing up.
Yeah.
So Looney Tunes was more my thing. Maybe a little bit more Hanna-Barbera oriented stuff. It was just the fact that, you know, in that on-demand world, you did not get a lot of Disney content.
Yeah, if you didn't go to the movies, you didn't see it.
I do remember watching Fantasia at the movie theater in college. They did that as a little thing for the students, you know, a couple times a year if you want to go and check that out.
I watched that in grade school.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen the whole thing. Like, I've seen
really?
bits and, yeah, I mean, Disney just doesn't do it for me. I've seen bits and pieces, right, that they'll show anytime, you know, Mickey doing whatever the hell he's doing on a mountaintop or something. Yeah. And it looks mildly interesting, but it's never gotten me where I'm like, I need to watch that. Because
I would watch the original one.
How long is it? Is it?
I mean, it's Disney. It's probably 90 minutes.
Is it that long?
You got to watch the original one.
All right.
Because they've cut out some stuff.
Like a too scary kind of thing? Racist? Who knows?
No, kind of the opposite. Some of the...
like boobs and stuff like that?
Some of the unicorns are voluptuous.
No kidding.
Voluptuous unicorns. If that's not a band name, it needs to be.
I'm just saying, like, my friend, she makes a point of, like, her kids watch the original. And she's like, see, they cut this out. And I was like... Oh, yeah.
Even as a kid growing up in Morgantown, the university had a student center.
Yeah.
Student center had a pool hall, it had a bowling alley, it had a movie theater, it had a bar, it had a food court with like 3 or 4 different restaurants. So even if you weren't going to school there, you could still take advantage of the student union and all that stuff.
Is that the stamp union?
We would go bowling. They had an outdoor concert facility downtown.
Yeah, they had one at University of Maryland. When I was in high school, we loved going there.
It's awesome. But they would do those types of movies where they would bring in the Fantasias of the world. Right. You knew why they were showing The Wall. You knew why they were showing, you know, the Rocky Horror Picture Show or
Get High and Watch.
Spinal Tap.
Fantasia is almost trippier than it is Disney.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Like a lot of people won't show it to kids,
and they would cater to those students as far as knowing.
Yeah, know your audience, man.
And you know, that was the first time in my life where I ever went into a movie theater and you could take a beer in there because I know the bartender.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was when I was in college later on. But we thought that was the greatest thing in the world. If you could go to a movie theater. So anyway, we're going to cover the world of Disney soundtracks coming up at 4:30 on Sit and Spin. And I know, Mike, you could ace this test.
Yeah.
You know, probably, is there a Disney movie you have not seen?
Oh, there's plenty that I haven't seen.
That you feel that you need to. That's the difference.
No.
Have you watched any of the Apple Dumpling Gang? or Herbie the Love Bug, or any of the live movies from back in the day?
Herbie the Love Bug, no. I watched when it came back around with Lindsay Lohan, but I never watched any of the old movies.
Okay.
But
So those were the ones that I watched growing up. So as far as Disney is concerned.
the live action ones.
Yeah. Herbie, we watched Herbie a lot as a kid.
Shenanigans of a VW Beetle.
Swiss
That's right.
Family Robinson, those types of movies.
Vaguely remember that.
And they still
Was
weren't.
Gidget? Was that Disney?
That was a TV show. I don't know if it's Digi. Jesus.
That sounds-
Disney inspired.
That sounds dirty as hell, doesn't it? Gidget?
Let me get your Gidget.
Hey, man, have you seen that Gidget?
Her name was Gidget.
I know that.
her name was Gidget.
I'm just
Still
saying,
I think it was,
dirty.
there was a movie too, right? I think Sally Field was Gidget.
She was on the TV show, at least.
Sandra D was Gidget in the movie from 1959.
Yeah,
Sandra
Sally Field
D.
was
Gidget. Okay.
Gidget.
And today, on to the question. We're going to talk about trash, intentional or not, what was in the trash. We will start with this one up in Canada. And we brought you the story a couple months ago. But a movie date for a Canadian couple, married 26 years, turned into a big, messy adventure after the wife's wedding rings ended up at the dump. Excuse me. Steve Van Yzeldyk and his wife.
Yzeldyk?
I mean, how would you say it?
Yzeldyk?
Okay,
YSS.
I'll go Yzeldyk then.
ELDYK. I mean, give it your best, man.
Well, the E makes it dyke.
But there's no E on the. So
That's what I'm saying. That would be dyke.
So Yzeldyk. It is.
Yzeldyk. Correct. Yes, I believe so.
We're trying to pronounce the man's name.
It's a name.
It starts with
It's
a
Canadian.
YSS.
There's a lot of
man.
consonants.
It doesn't make it easy.
He and his wife Janine returned from the movie theater with a big old bag of popcorn,
Making it worse.
but
We're
accidentally.
just trying to get his name. How would you say him? I go ahead.
I'm not even.
No, give it a try.
Go ahead.
Give
try.
it a try.
I would
No,
say
try.
it the same way
Try.
you guys are,
How are you
man.
going to say it then? Would you take his name if you were marrying him?
Nope.
You
see it?
Yeah, it's Steve Van Yzeldyk.
Yzeldyk.
Easel. Oh, like
Okay.
an artist.
Yeah.
All right.
Who paints naked. Right. Gotcha. I follow you. They came home from the movie theater with a big bag of popcorn, but accidentally spilled it in their garden. While cleaning up a buttery snack, Janine's rings apparently slid off and into the popcorn bag, which was then thrown into the compost bin. Now, when the couple realized what had happened the next day, the bin had already been collected. But Steve resolved to get the rings back, and even if it meant digging through the trash. My wife was very skeptical.
Because he paid for them.
I told her, I'll go to the dump tomorrow morning.
That's the thing. That engagement ring's got to be expensive.
Right. So as much as this story comes off like, oh, man, he loves his wife, I'm sure he does. That's not why he went looking for them. She would look for them if they mattered to her that much. He's like, do you know how much they cost? And I'm not trying to replace this S. That is why he would look for them.
But he said, hey, I'm going to find these. Our
Hey.
wife was very skeptical. I told her, I'm going to the dump tomorrow morning, and I'm going to ask to search the facility. And she's like, man, sorry, I got a cold. They're not going to let you. And I was like, you never know. You got to try. Well, the landfill did agree to let him try.
What do they care? It's trash. Have at it.
And a similarly skeptical worker who admits he thought Steve had no chance and was crazy, even helped him by using an excavator. But Steve then turned out to be right after recognizing sausages that had also been thrown out in the compost bin. He ended up finding both rings before his wife could even buy a metal detector to come to the site for help.
Wonder why they
That's
threw out
amazing.
the sausages.
I don't know. You bring up a good point. Like, if I got sausage, I'm eating my sausage.
I think
Rarely
they
does
probably
it get thrown.
opened them and they were bad, maybe?
All right.
Maybe.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think
That's just that story takes so many weird little twisted turns. It's
Right.
like, oh, there's our sausages, and there's the ring.
Yeah, rings
Perfect.
must be closed.
Perfect.
I lost a ring in snow once.
That's where I lost mine.
Throwing a snowball,
Yeah.
and it just flew off my. It was a class ring, and it flew off my hand. And I was doing door-to-door sales, and the next door I knocked on, we were talking about it, and the guy goes, "Did you lose it out there in the snow?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I got a metal detector. We found it in like 5 minutes."
No
Nice.
kidding. No kidding.
Like the chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, random apartment in the middle of Laurel. And the guy's he's just one of those dudes that goes around the beach with a metal detector.
So I've lost 2 wedding rings. That went over real well.
Oh, of course.
The first one was it was in the snow, and I was walking Chewy, and I got snow on my hands, so I shook my hands real quick.
The ring just flew
After I
off.
picked up a bag of crap, and it's gone. I mean, I don't know where it goes. So 2 days later, I find it.
All right.
That one I found. The other one was after a run. I was sweaty, and I was walking across the street, and I just heard Ding, 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 ding. Now, this is across a 4-lane street. I've got the crosswalk.
Yeah.
This thing's rolling. I don't see it. I do not know. So keep in mind there's cars going both directions. I know which way it should have rolled.
Yeah.
But it sounded like it almost rolled behind me. But I don't know where it rolled.
Well, and it's a ring, so it could easily make that turn.
It could do whatever it wanted.
Yeah.
But it's also in the middle of so even to this day, when I walk across that intersection, I will look around, and that's the stupidest thing in the world.
Yeah, it's not there.
But I can't. This is 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I still look to see if I can find that ring. And also, there was a drain grate.
Yep, that's probably where it went.
On that corner, a huge one that goes around.
Did you notice it as soon as it fell, or did it take you a second?
I didn't notice it until I heard it go ding, 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 ding.
Because I've dropped
and then
something
I looked
before
down, I'm
and
like,
heard,
oh my God, my wedding ring.
Yeah, I've dropped something before, heard the sound, and it didn't dawn on me. Just somebody's like, "Hey, you dropped that."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Oh, F.
Right, that's
Correct,
mine."
Correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was. It is never good trying to explain to your significant other why you're not wearing a wedding ring. Now I don't know what made my wife at the time think that for some reason, as soon as that ring was not on my hand, that all the women were going to come out of the woodwork and find me attractive.
Yes, ladies, that's how it works.
For the first time in my life.
When you take a ring off, every woman you've ever wanted to come out. That's why it didn't happen before we met you.
Thank God. Thank God he's not wearing that wedding ring anymore.
Now I'm going to hit on him.
Yeah, that said no one ever.
Ever.
So I understand that you're upset with me. This time around, though, I'm not buying a $500 ring.
No.
I'm buying a $100 ring on Amazon, and that's what I'm going to wear. It was the best ring I'd had out of them all. And I actually still have that ring.
Really?
I don't need it.
All right.
But I still have it. But yes. That was.
And if you want women to hit on you, put on your wedding.
Put on the yeah.
And walk
Really?
the puppy. Like these two things, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. Larry Bird, we know him, legendary Boston Celtic. He accidentally threw away the last game ball from Boston Garden. Now, it was meant to be a keepsake, a relic from one of basketball's most iconic arenas. Instead, it ended up soaked in snow and dumped in the trash by accident and forgotten. He'd taken home the last game ball, used at the Garden. Before he could preserve it as a memento, it disappeared right under his roof. Now, according to the 3-time NBA champion, his wife, unaware of the ball's significance, gave it to their kids. Now, the kids, being kids, took it outside, played with their friends, left it in the snow. The elements did the rest. So Bird did what most people do. He threw it away. Now, when a memorabilia collector came to ask him about the ball, it hit Larry what he had actually lost. What was supposed to be a lasting tribute to the Garden's legacy became an afterthought in a family yard game, a symbol of Celtics history, lost to time and weather. He said, really, please don't tell anybody the story because it's pretty historic. The last ball of the Boston Garden, and I guess I ended up throwing it in the trash. I did that. The Indiana native brought the ball home after the Celtics played the Knicks in what would be the final game at the Garden. He'd made arrangements with a friend still working in the organization to give him the ball once the buzzer sounded. He wanted it. The whole day had been laced with all kinds of nostalgia. Bill Russell, other Celtics legends had returned. At halftime, the ball was passed hand to hand through the legends before it finally reached Larry Bird. All the Celtics greats.
And he specifically asked for this.
The symbolism, he said, was pure. The old garden, the cracked floors, the wooden bleachers, the smoke-stained rafters. It was a shrine. Bird knew what the moment meant. That ball was a memory in physical form. So he took it home. Now, the demolition of the Boston Garden was the fading of an era. That joint was built in 1928. Garden hosted 16 NBA championships, 24 All-Star appearances, an unmatched stretch of sports history. Its floor became as iconic as the jerseys worn on top of it. But needless to say, the last ball that ever bounced in a game at the Boston Garden, his kids took out in the snow and basically weathered it and lost.
Oh, yeah.
Or he threw it away.
That's wild.
And especially when you specifically asked for this. You know, you went to the guy and said, hey, at the end of this game, make sure I get this. The difference is, well, Larry Bird, I don't feel that bad. Like, yeah, dude, you lost something good, but also you do have 3 championship rings. You're in the Hall of Fame, right? You got money. Like, there's so many things. If it had just been the average Joe, like Ted, if you said, I managed to get this ball and you lost it, I'd feel bad for you.
Right.
Correct.
Like,
I think that's more of a frustration.
Oh, sure.
Just like, how did my kids do this?
Well, again, they said the wife handed it to them. The kids wanted to play basketball. She sees a basketball.
Mm-hmm.
She handed it. I would just feel like, dude, if the basketball carries that kind of nostalgia, why is it any place where the wife might mistake it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
was it sitting in the garage next to other basketballs?
So that's the issue, right?
Was
He
it sitting in
could've
the basement next to another? Like, dude, that thing would be, even if I haven't gotten it, I don't know, mounted yet or whatever you do it is somewhere safe.
Well, there's a story today about the University of Connecticut, UConn, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have so many championships in basketball between men's and women's that they just keep they have all these other trophies too, but like they're using one of the trophies as a doorstop.
Damn.
Okay, all right.
Right? So it doesn't, like, for Larry Bird, you're right. He might have had this thing and it was just sitting somewhere in a box. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you have something that's important to you, but when it's in your house, you're like, I got to get a case for it. Or
Right.
I mean, hell, me and my brother had the flag for my dad's funeral for a few months before. We were like, all right, we got to buy a case.
Right.
That flag's just sitting there folded.
When my mom moved out of the house we grew up in, 4-bedroom home. So when my youngest sister went to college, it is my mom in this house by herself. And the house is huge. And my mom is one of those people who has piles of stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
So nothing is ever really organized. It's organized in piles. She knows she knows what they are.
Yeah.
She will get to it one day. She never gets to it any days. Baskets of stuff and everything else. So my room, my brother's room, and my sister's room, after we moved out, it basically stayed as if we had passed on.
Right, and they're preserving it.
And the parents just wanted to have that memory of walking into the room and remembering their child.
Yeah.
It had not been touched. Nothing had happened. So when my mom decided to move out, at the time I was living in Baltimore, and I said, Mom, I'm going to try to get back. She sold the house faster than she thought she was going to.
All right.
So now she's in panic mode. So basically they've got a dumpster in front of the house on the driveway. They fill one dumpster up.
Yep.
They take that to the dump. They bring another dumpster. They still haven't gotten into the bedrooms yet. They are just throwing away the crap that my mom has hoarded in that house.
Yeah.
Honest to God. So she says, is there anything that you want? And I said, there are some books that I definitely want to go in there and get and look through and make that determination.
They have your money in there?
They have baseball cards. They have basketball cards. They have football cards. I had a Bobby Orr hockey card in there.
Flying Man.
I had Willie Mays. I had Mickey Mantle. I had Roberto Clemente. I had, basically all of the 1971 Topps black set with all these rookies. Like Pete Rose, Tom Seaver, you name it. They're all in this. They're all in books. And I hid money in there. I hid everything I had in books. So she thought I wanted to save books that she thought would mean something to me. So she took all my Hardy Boys books and she threw them away because she knew that I was not going to read the Hardy Boys books.
Yep.
That's not why I wanted to look through the books. The reason I wanted to look through the books is it's got money in it. It's got keepsakes in there. I hid everything in those books. So everything that she threw away was the books where I hid all my stuff. I had at least, I know for a fact, at least $1,000 cash.
Oh, no. Did you tell her?
I did not tell her what was in the books.
Right.
Because the last thing I want, I just didn't want her to know. Like I had an emergency fund of $1,000 that I had saved, basically my whole life growing up, from cutting grass to everything else. When I went to college, I determined I was going to live off what I could make and just do it.
Yeah.
And if the S ever hit the fan, which was like a transmission going bad on my car, or something to that level where like you need $1,000 to either maybe even buy a total vehicle, I had $1,000. Not only that, but baseball cards were valuable then. I could have taken those cards in, and got a third of their value or whatever the hell it is to a couple of different baseball card shops, and walked out with cash. All of that crap was thrown away. Every single.
And
thing.
you didn't tell her.
I didn't want her to make her feel bad because I don't think she knew.
Well, if she didn't know, you can't really blame her.
Well, she asked me
Yeah,
what
but
to
you
keep.
guys are making assumptions. There's also the possibility that she made $100, collected some baseball cards, and then threw out the Hardy Boys book.
So
and you didn't bring it up,
okay.
so she's like, okay.
So I had, every year for Christmas, I would get savings bonds. I had two relatives, two grandfathers, that would give me savings bonds every year.
Yeah.
$100, $50. Basically,
all right.
If you have a $100 savings bond, someone paid $50 for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take 5 to 10 years for that to mature. Where did those go? They went in those books. Oh. So all that stuff that I had.
The bonds are the real ones, too, man, because by the time you cash them in,
they have matured.
you get thousands of dollars.
Exactly. Our question, intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Deborah had to have surgery.
I had hip surgery in November of 2024.
Her United Healthcare nurse, Crystal, checked on her.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell that she was struggling.
Deborah needed help.
My infection markers were through the roof.
And Crystal knew what to do.
I called the hospital and said she's coming in.
And got Deborah the help she needed.
Crystal and United Healthcare saved my life.
Hear more stories like Deborah's at uhc.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
Hey, Whatcom County, got an auto loan? Let North Coast Credit Union beat it. This month, we will lower your current auto loan rate by at least 1% when you refinance at North Coast Credit Union. That means more savings in your pocket each month. Just show proof of your current rate and we'll take care of the rest. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations or northcoastcu.com to learn more. Open to members and anyone eligible to join. Minimum auto loan rate is 5.47%.
You open the fridge, there's nothing there. So what's it gonna be? Greasy pizza? Sad drive-through burgers? Dish by Blue Apron is for nights like that. These are the pre-made meals of your dreams. At least 20 grams of protein, no artificial flavors or colors, no chopping, no cleanup, no guilt. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Men's Room, now live for your viewing pleasure on YouTube. Check out the show, KISW Rock. When you get there, please subscribe to us. We've almost reached 2,000 subscribers in just a week, in a couple days.
Is that good or bad? What?
I don't know. I don't know the metric. I just know that it seems to me that people are enjoying checking out the feed and watching us do the show.
I had a meeting with Ryan Castle last Thursday, and he said that our corporate overlords gave us the thumbs up. That is a good
so
city clip.
Speaking of the thumbs up, smash the like burger there, the thumbs up for us. Subscribe at KISWROCK in the USA. Now that we are on YouTube. Okay, when people throw things away, they throw them away in a lot of different locations, or they end up in different locations. Mm-hmm. So you have a trash can at home, there's dumpsters around the neighborhood, there is a landfill someplace, there are junkyards. Now, when I was a kid, one of the best things that we could do as far as having a good time and doing a little exploring, and I know it sounds crazy, is we would go to the junkyard.
That sounds awesome.
Now, the junkyard was on about a 3-acre plot of land on a hillside.
Yeah.
There's no way you can fence this place in. It is just a big open-air lot.
Sure.
The guy who owned the place, he was a decent guy. He knew all of us kids. As a matter of fact, he built basically a dirt track racing course.
Oh, nice.
Through the junkyard so that you could kind of get in there, man, and tear up a hill and go around a burn. And he had all these cars from all the... And to be honest with you, for the first 3 years of my life when I owned a car, if I could, I would go and get the part from the junkyard and pull it every time. Even if I didn't know how to put it back in, I'd find someone else to
money,
put it, but I knew how to pull it out. So it gives you a pretty good idea how to put it back in. But we would go up and we would do junkyard exploring. And I know this sounds stupid, but maybe one of my friends named Joel found a loaded handgun underneath one of the seats in the cars. You have to remember, all these cars are open.
Yeah.
You can get inside the car. You can pop the trunk. You can do whatever you want. You can pop the hood. Now, during the daylight hours, that's one thing. We would go at night. This guy, he didn't care. It was such a big piece of property. You could sneak on with flashlights. We weren't pulling transmissions out of these cars.
Right.
We were just kind of digging through the glove compartments.
Yeah, being kids.
The ashtrays were full of change. You would be surprised how many badass... Because when a car is totaled, a lot of times people will go do a quick look through the car. grab what they need. Other than that, the car's done.
Yeah.
And it's on its last leg, and it's dead. It's kind of like your Topaz. You caught on fire, it's done. You might have forgotten that there's stuff underneath the seats.
Probably. There was probably stuff in the trunk. I just wanted that thing gone.
We used to find, there was a brand, there's a brand of sunglasses called Oakley's.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, they were kind of expensive. And they were like the custom design.
Yeah.
They were just an 80s thing. But we found at least 3 pairs of really nice sunglasses just on, the
visors.
The visors up top. Tons of cash. I mean, just different things that we found flasks full of alcohol.
Oh, of course.
Underneath the seats of cars. You get into the trunk, and people had like full tool kits, like in bags with flares.
Yeah.
All the emergency stuff that they didn't take, atlases, road maps. We would walk out of there with literally like a trash bag full. And the best thing was the golden ticket then was we used to sell used radar detectors. So when you did pornography, we did radar detectors. And they didn't always work. And there was a Y band and a Z band.
Sure, but
they
whatever.
were older than not. But we would get those too, and we would sell those to our friends because that was the must have
at that time
you
for
needed.
sure. Yeah,
any aftermarket radios that were still in those cars, we would pull out. Like if we saw a Blaupunkt in a Volkswagen, we would take the speakers out because the speakers were really good.
Yeah,
we would gut the car of all the good stuff. And someone had just thrown all that crap away. I mean, essentially, by being in the yard.
I mean, look, if you're a kid, trash. Before I started selling porn, the first time I was able to collect, because it's all magazines back then, right? And obviously, your parents aren't going to buy them for you. And it was few and far between that anyone could get their hands on one of their dads and to make it public, blah blah blah. But a couple that lived across the street, they got divorced. She got the house, so she was throwing all of his crap out, including clothes and all that. But my brother and I was probably 10, so that makes him about 15. His clothes meant nothing to us. I remember my brother got a motorcycle helmet, which was good, because at the time he had a motorcycle. But just, stacks upon stacks of Playboy magazines. All right, so she'd put all this crap out front. It's on the curb, and I got word from my brother, because he got off the school bus, and he's like, hey, he would rarely come to my room as soon as he got home from school, but, knocks on my door. He's like, Steven, you need to come with me outside. I'm like, for what? He's like, you need to come with me. Like, fine, man. So the thing was, he said, grab a paper bag. I'm like, all right. So we grabbed paper bags. Keep in mind, my mother's in the kitchen. And the way the house is set up, we kind of lived out in the woods at that time. So from the kitchen, you had a clear view of the driveway, but the driveway had a bit of a turn at the end, and it disappeared behind the trees. So you couldn't see the street, but you could see most of the driveway. So I guess, I don't remember this part, she says that we told her we were collecting pine cones for her. Whatever. But either way, we both had a bag. We disappeared. And when I got there, and I cannot explain how many Playboys were there. Like decades of this crap that this dude had, all in order, that kind of thing. And we were like, we've hit the gold mine. So we're loading up a paper bag full of Playboys. Well, it occurred to us, we can't nearly fit all these Playboys in these 2 bags, but our goal is to get every single Playboy.
Every single one.
Every freaking one of them. So we'd kind of wander back toward the house, put the bags around the bag, and then we went back into the kitchen, and we grabbed 2 more bags each. And as my mother says it, she's like, you guys are still getting more pine cones. Keep in mind, it's upstate New York. There's pine trees everywhere. Like, pine cones are not a hot commodity. It's like a squirrel. They're freaking everywhere. But she thinks we're working on some cute project for her or something. Cool. And she's like, I kept watching you guys disappear down the driveway. And we were loaded up. We did eventually get every single magazine that was out there. There's probably 12 bags worth. Put them around the back. We go to the back door from the inside. We each just take 6 bags, just random, and each disappear in our rooms. And as you can guess, we masturbated like rabid monkeys, right? That was our thing. That was over the weekend. No big deal. The following Monday, go to school. When I get home from school Monday afternoon, my mom is pissed, and she's waiting for me kind of thing. And I'm like, what's up? And I'm going through my Rolodex of things I may have done. I'm like, I haven't done anything. What's going on? And she just points at my closet. And my closet at this point, because as a kid, you don't realize your parents will open your closet door. Oh, yeah. There's just stacks of Playboys. And she's like, where did you get all of these from? And I'm like, whatever her face was across the street, man, like she was throwing them out. My mother, like, you need to get rid of every single one. And it was a bad scene.
Did your dad step in and say, I'll take care of this?
The way my mother says this, all right, She said that she called my father at work because she's freaking out because my two little boys, they're thinking of booze. And my dad's like, what is the problem? And she's like, well, they have all these Playboys. He goes, they're healthy young men. He's like, don't make a scene about it. She did not listen to that. She made a big deal about it. Then she confronts my brother. We both had to throw out the magazines. We didn't, but we had her convinced that we did. We just had some friends sit on it. But as far as going through trash, that for me was absolutely the greatest thing ever. And I will never forget that day. My mother still laughs about it now. And I'm like, Mom, you don't understand. When you're 10 years old, and I mean, like in my mind, it's just a mountain of Playboys. And they didn't even show anything below the waist back then.
Well, the older ones didn't.
Yeah, it was just, well, this guy, his started early and got to maybe 78 or whatever it was.
You do get to see one thing from a historical standpoint.
The shape of boobs.
Is the evolution of the shape of breasts.
Yeah. They were all torpedo.
You cannot believe what bras used to do. And remember, Playboy is still 18 to 25 to 30-year-old women at that time.
Yeah.
They did have Marilyn Monroe. She was one of the older centerfolds.
Like the famous actresses that are doing to be older, but generally.
But they were famous
right.
actresses.
So these are not women.
Vanna White.
These are not women who gravity has really taken effect yet.
Mm-hmm.
But just the shape based on how bras were designed.
But it's every woman's boobs.
I'm going to assume that was the culprit. I don't know.
It had to be.
That's the only thing that I can logically
Because, I mean, they were like torpedo, but they weren't hanging down. I mean, they were straight out.
My grandma, her bra had like 9 hoops on it.
On the back.
Keep that thing to lock in. Because, I mean, it was just like, it
needed it.
It was trying to lift this house up.
Yeah.
It needed all the support it could get. So
yeah.
When you saw the bras that the women were wearing, I mean, the strap was 6 inches thick.
Yeah, the Sears catalog. And it didn't matter. They were the unsexiest bras ever. But as a kid, that Sears catalog came, you flipped to that page and you're like, oh, yeah.
That was one of the,
you got to steal that stuff. I mean, I remember my mom one day just being pissed because it's like Sunday morning or whatever. She's cleaning. Mm-hmm. And her screaming, because my mom just wasn't a big yeller.
Yeah.
But her just screaming at my dad. So finally I said to my brother, what happened? He goes, all right. She found Dad's like nudie mags. And I was like, all right. And then my mom wasn't going to say what it was, but I paid enough attention. And same thing that night before I went to bed. It was like 9 p.m. I snuck out the back door, went to the garbage can, found the trash bag, ripped it open, took out the 3 magazines. And then I think I took them to school. And then we had a spot kind of like around the corner.
Yeah.
Like there was just enough woods where we kept them there.
Okay. It's weird. Only at that age did you share porn with people, like at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 8 kids are all looking at, some naked chick. Like now it's like, nah, dude. I need a little alone time.
I hate to admit this, but this is the honest God truth. So my buddy Jeff, he was an accident. He was not supposed to be born.
Right.
His parents were like grandparent age when we were growing up. And his mom was a little bit of a larger woman, but not real big. I mean, she was shapely.
Big enough for you to mention.
She was shapely, all right, as far as her chest goes, too. So his next brother up, Bill, was at least 12 years older than Jeff, to give you an idea of how big of an accident he was. But Bill was legendary, all right? He was one of these guys who would sneak you the beers. He was one of those guys who would just take you for a ride if you want to go to the mall.
Sure.
He took care of you. He was the guy he's still in jail, by the way.
Yeah, it's like up to no good.
He's in jail to this day. Last time I talked to Jeff, he's in jail for something else. But this is what he said. He goes, look, let me give you guys a little secret. And he talked like an Italian from West Virginia. Let me tell you guys a little secret. Here's what you do, all right? Okay, when your mom's not around, I want you to go into her room. I want you guys to put on her bra, all right? And I want you to put on her bra. And then I want you to hug around Jeff or Miles, and you're going to learn how to take that bra off.
Wow.
Because there was so many straps on it, right? All this stuff. He's like, so I'm going to teach you guys how to, so when it's time, you can get this bra off. And so we, honest to God, when his mom and dad weren't there, yes, we put on Jeff's mom's bra, all right? And we strapped it all in. He's like, all right, now, you don't hug me too much, man, but you got to get around in there, man. You got to get the strap off. So we used to practice just in case. Just in case. We were ever in a situation where some woman wanted us to take that thing off and we were kissing them, that we would be able to do it. And I swear to God we did that. At least just like half an hour. But like, I got it, man.
How
just
old
a
were
quick
you?
snap. 12.
Yeah.
13.
That's
we
when
weren't
you
even going to see a naked woman for years.
Right.
Years. But you know what? Damn it, we were ready. Just in case. Because that's how thick that crap
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you got to learn how to get that off, man.
There was
That
somebody
like
in my
his
high
advice.
school that had like I don't know where they found it, but it was like a children's book, but it was adult themed.
All right.
So it had a fake strap around the back of the book. So we would like test each other. Same thing. How quickly can you get it off?
Yeah, my
You
buddy's
do
like,
it with one hand?
Yeah, my buddy's like, I can snap that thing off. I'm like, no, you can't. But we didn't realize that the younger women's bras weren't that thick.
Right.
We were
You're working on grandma's bras.
We're working on like the heavy duty stuff, man. But we didn't realize it was just going to be this maybe two little hooks.
Yeah.
Later on in
Hopefully.
life. Yeah, like just snap that thing right off. Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Ken. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, Ken.
Ken?
Hello, Ken.
Oh, come on.
Ken, are you there?
Sounds like he's there.
He is.
Ken?
Come on, Ken.
No,
Come on, Ken.
Oh, Christ. All right.
Ken's
Maybe
with
it's the
Barbie.
phone. Maybe it's the phone.
Ken's with Barbie, no penis, nothing.
that was
Just
actually
flat. Right to there.
Oh, yeah. That
Was
Ken.
it not Ken? Were we on the wrong line?
It was, but then his number started calling on a different line, so Ken might have some issues. Here, hang.
Ken.
Hello.
Now we got you.
Hola.
Hola.
So back in the late 90s, one of my supervisors went to the last game at the Detroit Silverdome before it got imploded. And for me being his favorite worker, he gave me 2 of the towels, game used with the field dirt on them. So I had them in my truck for a couple days, and one of them had a little bit of coffee on it. I brought them home and put them on the kitchen counter, and I hadn't told my wife. Went, took a shower, came out. She says, "Oh, them dirty towels of yours, I threw in the washer with everything else." So all the dirt, all the actual field was gone off of them.
Well, they had to
All
play.
right.
Well, you know, one thing you need to know. Those towels weren't from the Silverdome because that was an AstroTurf field. So they were from the last game they played before that thing imploded.
Right.
If you look now, though, at a video of that, if it's still standing, it is one of the creepiest things you've ever seen in your
What's
life.
that?
The Pontiac Silverdome.
Didn't they
So-
take it down,
well,
or is it still there?
It's... I
It
don't
was
know.
there for a while, and then remember, it never had a permanent roof, right? It was
Did
like
it
a
not?
bubble. So I think over the years, the snow and
Right.
stuff
So kind of
collapsed.
just kind of deflated.
Kind of what
and-
happened in Tampa at the Devil Race Stadium.
Yeah.
Basically slowly deteriorated in the same way as it did in Pontiac. But they took a drone through there. You know, when drones were first starting.
Right.
And you're like, whoa, this thing is... It's
It's creepy and ugly and
yeah, it
horrible.
looked like a jungle, like inside of this. It was just bizarre. Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
There's luxury, and then there's Monogram. At Judd & Black, you can experience both. Right now, with Monogram's one for you, one for free rebate, when you purchase select premium appliances, you'll get another absolutely free. Shopping at Judd & Black, you get personalized service, expert guidance, and luxury delivered. Browse online at juddblack.com or find the best deals in our Bellingham showroom off Exit 254. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store for over 85 years.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
North Coast Credit Union is keeping things simple with free checking for everyone. That means fee-free ATMs, overdraft protection, online banking, mobile deposits, automatic bill pay, and more. All without monthly fees or transaction limits. Managing your money shouldn't be complicated. That's why North Coast Credit Union is keeping it simple. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations or northcoastcu.com to learn more.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Woman has revealed how she accidentally threw away the key to her boyfriend's $569 million Bitcoin fortune.
Or about 700 million American dollars.
As he fights for the right to search a huge landfill in an attempt to find it. Halfina Eddie Evans, speaking for the first time about her ex-boyfriend James Howell's cyber nightmare, admitted taking the hard drive to the tip in Wales, but claimed she did so at his request. Howells claimed he mined the Bitcoin himself in 2009, then forgot about it. But after discovering the 8,000 coins are now worth around, again, $700+ million, he's fighting for the right to search the landfill, run by the Newport Council. She said she took the hard drive containing the key to the tip 9 to 10 years ago. The couple have since split up. She said, I hope he finds it. Not that I want a penny of his money, but it will shut him up. In an exclusive interview, the mother of their 2 teenage sons admitted, yes, I threw away his rubbish. He asked me to. The computer part had been disposed of in a black sack along with other unwanted belongings. And he begged me to take it away, saying there's a bag of rubbish here to be taken to the tip. Tip being the dump, so to speak, in England.
Hey, you got the tip, eh?
I had no idea what was in it, but I reluctantly dropped it off at the local tip on the way home from going to the school. I thought he should be running his errands, not me, but I did want to help him out. Losing it was not my fault. She added, I'd love nothing more than to help him find it. I'm sick and tired of hearing about this.
Oh, you're going to hear about it.
Now, she broke her silence after Mr. Howell vowed to take a counsel to court to his final bid to unearth the key to his Bitcoin jackpot. He is battling for the right to dig it up where he believes his lost and buried hard drive has been mistakenly trashed. In a last bid to help unlock his fortune, he is preparing to take Newport Council in Wales to court to see if he can get in there.
700.
That's a long time ago.
$1 million. I know. But that's the thing. But the worth has just gone up.
Damn.
700.
I guess if you'd have bought some Bitcoin in 2009, you'd be sitting pretty right now.
I mean, you say about 1 million things, right? But yeah,
I don't know.
He didn't know. He bought, waited to see what happens, does his calculations, and you're less $700 million. And the thing is, it doesn't even matter if someone else finds the key. The way that stuff works, you wouldn't really be able to use it.
Yeah.
You know, but still, man.
I know a buddy of mine who did that long ago. Didn't lose it, just bought it.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't worked in years. He will never work again in his life.
Yep.
He does whatever in the hell he wants, anytime he wants. He just does what he wants whenever.
Sure. Did he sell it?
I don't know. I don't ask him about it.
Because it goes, Lately, it's been just going up, but there is dips.
There's huge dips, and everyone panicked. But
I think he bought it at the very beginning. I think he still buys it. I know he is a financially smart guy.
Yeah,
I just know that he does not need to be financially smart anymore.
Right.
If he just keeps what he has right now, he's fine.
I had a buddy that had one, and this was years and years ago. Remember, like, there's a famous story of the guy that bought a pizza with a Bitcoin.
Yes,
he bought some supplies for a festival.
Okay.
That coin would be worth so much money.
Now, right. He just wasted.
Oh, he had one coin and bought that.
Right. He was on the dark web way before it was cool with like the Silk Road and this and that. We had a hell of a time.
Yeah, I bet you did.
But
not worth that.
Yeah, in retrospect, probably not worth it.
Yeah.
Does he have any idea what that could be worth now?
Or does he even want to know? I think if I'm him,
people
like, don't
buy
tell me.
sections of coins now. So, I mean, one Bitcoin's got to be worth a ton.
I don't know. I really don't know that world.
I don't either.
Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
Yeah, one full coin is worth $112,000.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah. But he got party
Well,
supplies.
hey, man, you guys tripped.
Yeah. We had a big weekend. We were the kings.
Hello, Marty. Welcome to the men's room.
Oh, well, thrill, my friend. I have things and words to say, and I promise this time, third time's a charm, I say, this little kitchen witchy witch will not say those words for you, sir, because I respect you too much, and this is indeed your house, and I always listen to the captain, and I've got quite the tale, lots of it.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
what are you on?
Right?
What is that?
What am I, right?
No, what is the drug you're on? This is amazing.
I'm not. That's the problem.
Oh.
The problem is, Mom is off her meds, but I've lived my whole life as a nurse's daughter, a cop's daughter, and I work in healthcare itself. Swedish hospital last time. Yep, know them all. Talk about the Rolodex of the gods. I know everyone and God. I was the board liaison to their board of directors, publicly traded. Look them up. I don't have to tell you what big Seattle companies are already board members. And yeah, they like me too. Because why? Even the psychotic, chocolate nuts, Montreal, a little nutty. All of us, toxic Avengers, lots of baggage. But what do we do?
What did they say they were going to talk about?
We deal with it.
Hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on. Hang on. Hold on. I'll put you on hold.
Informed me that the mood stabilizers ended up in the trash.
Currently?
Yeah, on the way to go.
Currently.
On the way to go.
That explains
that makes
so much.
sense.
So, Marty, what ended up in the trash?
Well, the medication that is the mood stabilizer, indeed, was definitely prescribed to me by my very good Jessica. Don't matter. She works at where? Lifeheart, whatever. Look it up.
We don't need to look anything up. We
believe it.
We believe it.
Right, exactly. Now you hear me. So she sent me what? The big guns, because she knows if I say that word, like everyone else, what am I saying? Crisis, manic, panic. So we don't know. But she's prescribed me the very thing I need right now, which is an antipsychotic. Could be Tourette's, probably. I do voices, by the way. Waiting for my invitation.
No.
We don't need a voice.
Wait, why is your medication in jail? And why is your medication?
You promised.
You knew it was
you lied. And you promised and you lied. You're out. 3 strikes.
Why'd she single my ass out? Wow. I don't want any of that.
Those words in mind when calling.
I don't want any of that.
Promise breaker. Breaker.
So what exactly did she explain to you? Because I tracked with absolutely
That was
nothing.
a woman, not a man. Sorry. I didn't understand.
I had to listen to her story like 3 different times to get the actual meat of it. Because same thing with me. She just went off, just started going.
Yeah.
And it took me a couple passes just to get the name, and then I finally got the story after that, which was her mood stabilizer ended up in the trash by somebody. It might have been her. It might have been somebody else. Ended up in the trash. So now
I
she's
believe
on
that.
I
believe that.
On her way to get new medications.
Thank God.
Antipsychotic.
So, yeah.
That is how she said it.
She's got a lot of
narcotic.
A lot of bullet points to hit.
Yeah, I got that.
I've been working on this
I
stuff.
hope that stuff is instant release. Please don't be like one of those things. that
Don't
like,
make a time.
Liquefy that and just inject it right in.
Chew that pill up.
It needs to work. It needs to be like an EpiPen.
Even if they tell you not to chew it, chew it.
Is there like an EpiPen of sanity? Like, so you just jab her, and like in an instant, like, whoa. Clarity of mind, man.
I was back and forth on whether or not that one was going to make it.
No, perfect.
No, that was
There's nothing wrong with that until she cussed.
Yeah, and she proved it.
I would say there was nothing wrong with it.
Well, I mean, it was entertaining. For the
There
point
was
of, like,
something wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with the call. And she was kind of proof that she needed whatever drug
the
she was
medication.
talking.
I understand.
I agree. And you can look it up.
Yeah, you can. Look that up.
I'm not looking at
Look it up.
Look it up.
Everything I'm telling you, look it up.
That's right.
Everything's I'm lying about
fine.
everything. Look it up.
We believe you.
It's Tuesday. Look it up.
She's fun.
Wow. Intentional or not, it's what was in the trash. 206-803.
Don't worry, that's the only surprise so far today.
Not her specifically, but I've talked to her in a bar before.
Have you?
Yeah, but you don't know
You
it
don't
until
know it.
they
You
start
sit down.
talking.
Yeah, and they start talking and talking, and you're just like, how do I get up and just move bar stools?
There's a woman who she frequents the bus stop outside of the watering hole. Right?
Yep.
She never has a cigarette, but will always bomb a cigarette from me. And look, I don't mind giving you my cigarette, but the other day, this weekend, I went outside. I saw her. She was not looking at me, and I decided to walk all the way around the back of the bar. And everyone's like, "Well, why'd you go run back?" I said, "I just don't want to talk to her. It's not that she's mean. It's nothing like that. The problem is because she looks normal. Now I can see some telltale signs. But when she first walked up like a year ago, I'm like, sure, you can have a cigarette. You mind if I sit down on the bench next to you?" I'm like, "No, go ahead." I regretted that.
Yeah.
Because she started talking, and then she wouldn't stop talking. And much like that call, like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I don't want to do this again.
When I smoked, Ted, one of the best things about going outside was the fact that we could just sit there. We didn't have to say a word. We just stand there and you just want to decompress and chill out.
Yeah, it's like King of the Hill.
And there's a few people that come up and you're like,
oh no.
You've just ruined my relaxation. You've just ruined my reset.
One of them used to work here.
Yes. And it's just like,
not here, but in the building.
It's like, man, that's the worst. It's like,
you're
right. Ruining my relaxation.
Because I would see this particular individual and pull out my phone and talk to no one, just so he'd leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he'd come over and talk. But he's one of those dudes, you're on the phone as far as he knows. He'll still stand like 2 feet away from you, waiting for you to hang up your call. And it's just like this. What are you not getting, man?
Yeah.
I don't want to say I don't like you. And the thing is, I don't. But I don't want to say that.
Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
I did not like you. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Marty, good luck, by the way.
What's going on, fellas?
Oh, you know what's going on.
Hey, that last caller was very energetic.
Yeah. That's a word for it. Yeah.
To say the least. Anyways, what I found in the trash, I was probably 16 or 17, and I was at one of those, like, U-spray car washes, U-spray.
Oh, yeah.
And so I got done. I was with my buddy. He's probably a year or so older than me, but this really creepy dude, like, pulls up in, like, an old-school Lincoln, and he threw a bunch of, like, paper bags away in, like, the little trash, and he takes off for, a few feet, comes running back, and he starts ripping labels off these, like, we didn't know what they were. He was ripping labels off stuff, and then he speeds off, and then we're like, dude, we have to see what's in the trash.
Okay.
And so, of course, it was like half a dozen, like, old-school VHS tapes, and he just ripped the label off, with the paper tears so you can't see what it is. And I'm like, okay, we got to check these out. So, we went to my house and put it in, and it was like the nastiest, like, 70s old school porn. Like I didn't know women would even look like that. And problem is, I left one in the VCR, and then my mom saw it, but I have two older brothers, like, no real big deal. But she was just like, what are you watching? She figured I'd be looking at something a little more modern.
So she's giving you grief just for how old it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was probably thinking, like, oh, my God, what's my son into?
He's into vintage porn.
He really is. Yes. Let the weeds grow.
It was just kind of funny. But it was, she was all cool about it, I guess, but she was just like, I thought you'd be into something a little more modern.
Look, man, at a certain age, you're into anything that offers nakedness.
Right. And that was just what it was then. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Like, again, back to the Sears catalog. Like, good enough. As close as I can get.
And I went to the library, and there was a book on Nazis. But there was one page where the Nazis were at a topless bar. So I would go to the library and find this one book. Be like, hey, man, you want to see some? Yeah. Page.
You're looking at Nazi boobs.
Yes. But again, I'm like 11 or 12, so you're just happy to see boobs in general.
Look, I'm not going
to
lie
We were learning about like World War II.
I'm 56, and if you showed me, here's Nazis, it'd be like, F them. Here's Nazi boobs. Like, all right, slow down. Let me see. Let me see the Nazi
breast. The first boobs I saw were a woman who could balance a basket on top of her head and a slinky around her neck.
Oh, yeah. National Geographic,
boobs
man.
are coming down to her like her thighs.
Did you guys go to the library in elementary school specifically just to look at those boobs?
Yes.
Yeah. The women, they were not attractive.
Yes.
Their neck was 18 feet long.
Yes.
Their boobs look like bowling pins, and you're like, but they're boobs.
I don't care.
And for some reason, the librarian, maybe it's changed. They can walk by the table, and they still thought on some level we're trying to educate ourselves. Like, we're not.
I don't think so.
Oh, you're reading about Ethiopia.
No,
it's
we're
like,
not.
no, we're looking at boobs.
No, we're not. Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
And there were a lot of boobs.
So many. Every week.
Well, I mean,
every
it's
month.
just like, because they would, like, follow some tribe around. And, like, none of the women wore tops. So they take a picture in the foreground of what, but behind her was just more boobs. It was just infinite boobs, man. Thank you, National Geographic. Unfortunately, the Nat Geo channel, nothing like that.
Y'all know what you're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitcholas, and a shout out to Nazi boobs.
That's 10. That's 10. It's not us.
It was just that was the page. I knew I could see him. It's a guaranteed boob.
Man, how about that crazy lady that called a little while ago? What a rockaholic that lady was.
Well,
she's something-aholic.
Hopefully, she's getting herself taken care of.
Oh, I love it. Okay, gentlemen. So I had it was a 1976 lamp that was made by a company in California called Ass Brothers. And
Ass Brothers?
Like ass.
Like ASPI.
Oh, Asp.
Like Aspen.
Like
ass.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm sorry to all the listeners out there if I screwed up the name. Don't crucify me.
No, I like the Ass Brothers.
Yeah, we're like Ass Brothers. All right.
Well, whatever. I had this lamp that I got for like almost nothing, and they built them back then. This thing was a gnarly-looking castle that had lights inside of it. It was just this massively detailed, hand-painted by the men at the company. The whole deal. Nothing you would find today. Super cool. Well, it made its way to the trash, and ever since then, it's been eating at me because they don't come on the market at all, and when they do, they're kind of pricey. So, lo and behold, I'm at work yesterday, and one pops up. Man, I had to pay up for that thing, so I ordered it. Now, it's in my mind that thing made it to the trash, and this is the amount of money I had to pay to replace it.
How did it get to the trash? Did you put it in the trash or did someone else?
Well, there was a wedding ceremony.
Oh, dummy. Just looking at the right one. $500.
Yeah, we just pulled up a pic. Good.
That's just one of them. I mean, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
different ones. Yeah.
I had to pay. Yeah, it was almost the $500 mark with shipping to.
That's what this one is.
And so, wait, you said there was a wedding or something going on?
Well, it was my wedding. I was getting married, and so a big clunky 1970s looking castle that lights up just doesn't scream joint domicile, and so it had to go. But it's back. It's back now, but she just doesn't know.
Now,
so she doesn't know that it was thrown away, and then you had to pay for it again.
No, yes, and we don't share finances, so it's all good.
That's good. Don't worry about it because you don't want to know what she's spending her money on.
But you had to get rid of it. Look, man, you're right. There are certain things that don't reek of, hey, we're living in this house together, but that's why I have my one little sliver in the basement where the crap I really want to see. I understand.
Is it all basically like sailor-ish leaning as far as the art?
You know, they have they have a lot of nautical stuff.
Yeah.
But this is a giant castle. It's about 3 feet high without the lampshade on it. And it's all done in very detailed. And they just don't come up for sale. So they command a price for the people that want them.
Where did you get this thing? Because I'm just looking at it now, and I feel like it's something I'd have found in my grandmother's house or
Does
something
it look like it's
that.
got Humpty Dumpty on top of it?
Nope, not this one. I know the one you're talking about. But
the 3 little pigs.
Like you would, I think people would recognize the sailor ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this one. I mean, they go anywhere from about $800 to about $1,400.
Because this
you're
is
going to pay for them.
specifically collectors now, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, and you know what? I don't want to paint my wife in a bad light. She didn't ask me to get rid of anything. There's nothing like that. And I do have a man cave above the garage, so I take full responsibility. This one was all on me.
All right. Yeah. Well, see, don't do that.
Yeah. All right.
Like, don't do that. You just got to fight for those things. That like, I don't know why you like that. You don't need to like it. I don't know why you like vegetables. Right. I'm not precluding you from eating them. You know what I mean? It's just
I don't even know why you like me.
Right. I've told my wife that before. I'm like, before you give me grief, you're the one with terrible taste.
Hey, you make poor decisions.
You married me. I'm like, look, man, that limits your ability to give me grief.
Yeah, we used to have a living room and a family room. Like, you can't hang that in the living room. Like, no one sits there.
Right. Why do you have that
It was like
room?
an old school East Coast house. Like this is like a place where like grandmother covers the furniture
And plastic.
and you're not allowed in here. Who cares what's on the walls? No one's even spending
Oh,
any time
my
in
buddy
here.
Josh, man, like he grew up over in Montgomery County, right? So he had more money than we did. But they had a room that you couldn't go in, a living room.
Yeah.
And I loved, his mom was a great woman, right? God, I forget her name. But she was tacky.
Yeah.
And the room you couldn't go in was all like animal print stuff.
Yeah.
Did she cover it with plastic?
Yeah. I mean, the whole 9 yards, but it was just like, we can't go in there?
And nobody wants to go there. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing inviting. My grandparents, they didn't have a big enough house to have a room you couldn't go into. So you just had the family room. But they covered it in plastic anyway.
Yeah.
And I hated visiting, because this is Virginia, and we only went there in the summer, dude. Like, it's just so humid. They didn't have air conditioning, right? They're broke. But you'd go into this house, and my brother and I hated it, because you'd sit on, it's like sitting in a diaper, but you're not wearing a diaper. Your legs sweat more. And the thing is, the sofa she was protecting was the ugliest shade of, like, brown gold you've ever seen.
I don't know if my stepfather's mother's living room always had a baby gate up to keep you out, or just when she had friends and family over. You could not take food in there. You could not walk through there with a glass of anything. You were not allowed to sit down.
What do they use it for?
I don't know.
No one's ever in these rooms.
It was all like, it looked like Bob Ross style, oil-based, bad ocean paintings of, breakers, and then a mountain and a crappy view.
My thing, do you not want us to go in there because if we see what you have, you'll be embarrassed? That would make sense, because those rooms were notoriously ugly. But you're right, every house you went to, like, had them.
My cousin Tom does it the other way, but I actually think it's genius. He turned, like, what the garage would be into, like, his room. So the family room has this massive couch. Everybody sits in there. His room is basically just to watch sports.
Right.
That's perfect.
So his kids don't go in there.
Yeah.
It's like across the hall. And he lives in South Baltimore, but he's a Niners fan.
All right.
So, like, his kids kind of like the Ravens and stuff.
Sure.
So they'll be in the main room, and he sits in his room and just watches his game.
That is perfect.
It's awesome.
Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
You walk in tired and hungry, one bad dinner away from losing it. You don't like to cook. You don't want more takeout. You just want something good. That's why there's Dish by Blue Apron. Pre-made meals with at least 20 grams of protein and no artificial flavors or colors. From fridge to fork in 5 minutes or less. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
North Coast Credit Union is keeping things simple with free checking for everyone. That means fee-free ATMs, overdraft protection, online banking, mobile deposits, automatic bill pay, and more. All without monthly fees or transaction limits. Managing your money shouldn't be complicated. That's why North Coast Credit Union is keeping it simple. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations or northcoastcu.com to learn more.
Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Sarah Daly, Steve Mix from the Daily Mix Morning Show. Cut Double's going to sit and spin top Disney soundtracks of all time. We'll take some of you back to your youth, others maybe to your parenting skills at 4:30.
Yeah.
Right after emails on our question, intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Wade. Welcome to the men's room.
Caca, bitches.
Hola.
Hola. Hey, Miles, the Sphinx cat, say hi.
How many you got now, Wade?
You got 3 of them.
Do you really?
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't answer your question last time. No, you don't have to lotion them down.
Okay. Do they stain?
Yeah, so-
Do they stain? Do they, like, when they get up, do they, like, leave a film of grease or anything?
No, and also the ones we have, like I said, they kind of got allergies or something like that. But I think you got to look out for if you're going to get one. I guess they're prone to RSV, which is like some kind of respiratory deal, like almost like allergies.
I thought it was like really strange vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another disease. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, didn't you have only?
Actually, they didn't say hi. They said,
Well, maybe that's.
Didn't you have only one last time we talked to you?
No, we had the 3. They're all 3 boys. Only one has the package left, though.
Ah, okay. Naked and with a package, yeah.
Yeah, the one with the pimpling.
Okay.
So
Hello?
What ended up in the trash, Wade?
So when we were kids, we would jump on our BMX bikes and go on little recon missions, and we would look for building supplies. Because that's about the same time you had porn magazines, and forts and magazines kind of go hand in hand, if you know what I mean.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. You guys wanted building supplies specifically to build a fort
or a
to look at porn?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
I do that too.
Yeah.
We had 2 of them. We had a treehouse and a fort.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it was before the days when you'd go in there and you just steal all the copper. These construction sites were wide open, and they'd have those big construction dumpsters. Man, you could find plywood, 2x4s, 2x6s,
anything to build a porn hut.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Some of the hunters, they would build tree stands were actually like ice fishing huts.
Yeah,
up in the trees with an eye view from every angle. But they were abandoned in the summer, so we'd go up there, and that's where we would stash
And
our
shuck the
stuff.
corn there.
Just make sure that by the time deer season came around, get your ass up there and get your stuff back before they get up there with a bow, because bow season was first.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, so we, you get lucky too. Sometimes you get on a remodel site, man. They would have fixtures, cabinets, all kinds of stuff.
Did you guys build more than one porn hut?
I had 2 that I can remember. But one was in a buddy's backyard, a little too close to home.
Yeah.
And then so we packed up and we put one out in the woods where we felt a little safer in our little endeavors out there.
And how much porn?
It wasn't just magazines. There was other things going on out there too.
Let's say, how much porn do you think you guys stored in there?
Man, stacks. My stepdad had a bunch that once he got married, it seemed like he never used them, and they were not too far away from the vodka that they had left over from the wedding, the half gallons, and I mean, it was perfect.
I could use one of those myself now.
Yeah.
Going out to the porn hut, baby. It's all booze and porn.
It's crazy. I've got a bunch in storage of Playboys from, 20 years ago. And I mean, they're in mint condition that my boss, rest in peace, had given to me when I worked at a saddle shop. He's like, you want these? He had them in his office and stuff and kept them from his wife or whatever. He never probably ever really, maybe looked at them once, but they're perfect condition. And I don't know, you think those things are worth any money?
20 years ago, no. But I mean, if you're in the 70s, 60s.
If you find a collector, right? Because if nothing else, you have guys that collect like people did with National Geographic, but on occasion, they'll have a gap. Right? So they need August and September from 2004 because I got the rest, but they don't have those. I would find those people. You might be surprised, man.
Yeah, kind of like old vinyl or something. Maybe
Yeah.
not quite as...
I feel like for porn to be like worth money, though, it's got to be vintage.
But like Playboy's different, right? So like vintage porn is definitely one thing, but Playboy kind of established itself. Like I said, like National Geographic, just the fact that before they started stapling, these guys, you'd stack it, from January to December of whatever year. And a lot of them, like you said, Wade, your boss, barely even looked at them. It was just something they kind of had.
If you have a year intact, if you have 12 issues, that might be worth something as an individual year.
Yeah.
But if not, you're going to find it's like a pack of a year of baseball cards. So there's going to be one rookie card in there. It's going to be worth more. So a Pam Anderson.
I was going to say, I got the Pam Anderson. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
you do have Pam Anderson.
Something like that.
All right, I'll give you $12 for it.
Do you have anybody else in there? Any other celebrities? I remember back in the day, Vanna White posed, Dana Plato from freaking Different Strokes posed. Vanity was the huge one. Yes, she posed, Mike. I know how it sounds, dude. Right, I know. from Different Strokes. I think, not Miss Garrett. But
yeah, I've got a couple celebrities. I can't remember. They're, like I said, they're in storage. I haven't seen them in a while, and I just kind of looked at the covers to see who's on there and stuff, and I just put them away, kind of like like baseball cards or whatever.
Yeah.
They're better porn on the internet anyway. So
yes, there is.
I always liked either the girls of the Pac-12 or the girls of the AC or the SEC.
Yeah, those are specifically the college girls issue, right?
Yeah.
But did they break it down specifically like, hey, this year's Pac-10, as it were? Or was it just girl and you'd flip through and there's a few?
I feel like it was conference by conference. I might be wrong. Maybe every conference was in there every year. But I feel like each year was a different conference.
What conference, just based on just your college football watching, would be the last conference you'd want to see?
The Ivy League?
That didn't take long.
Oh, man, Miss Harvard.
Right. I don't know that I ever saw Ivy League in there. They submitted. We said no. We haven't.
Miss Princeton?
Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803.
Trust me.
A young Janet Reno.
Man, Yale's on the centerfold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I lived with those guys at Hopkins. Like, great school. Phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Johns Hopkins University. But, yeah.
Oh, Miss Brown. Miss Brown.
Well, I feel like all those Ivy League schools have a lesser school full of hot chicks.
I'm sure they do.
So, like, Hopkins, you're not that far from Towson.
Right. Towson,
Oh, yeah,
I'd want
sure,
to see
sure.
that. Hopkins,
Ithaca and Cornell.
Good call.
Ithaca, yes. Cornell, probably not.
Oh, man, she puts the mouth in Dartmouth.
That's why I'm happy my daughter got accepted to Hopkins.
Yeah.
That's right, yes.
Did she really?
Yeah, she can go there instead.
Yeah, but your other daughter went to San Diego State.
No, same one.
Same.
Oh, wow.
Think about that.
Yeah.
She's going to be
She's going to
wanted.
dominate at Hopkins.
I don't know why I'm so popular.
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus, man. Is she ready for that culture shock?
It was either that or NYU.
I can't even, I mean, forget she is an attractive girl, but forget her looks. Like, San Diego State's like a party school, super fun. Like,
somehow
she's going to Hopkins?
No. She's all serious and grown up now.
Yeah, she got a great education.
Yeah. She just likes crab.
Yeah.
She likes Baltimore and crab.
What is she taking at Hopkins?
International conflict management. Global conflict management.
Okay. Wonder where she got that from.
I don't know. Well, I'm always good at resolving issues.
Yes, that's
It's what you're known for.
that is exactly what
Miles
you're
is
known
the
for.
peacemaker.
Hey, you win every argument, Miles.
He's just going to die. He's going to die on that hill no matter what.
That's right.
As stupid as it is.
Take a shovel up there with you. 'Cause you're going to die.
Swear to God, I'm sticking with it. Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803 Rock.
It's 2 beers.
Conflict revolution.
Swear to God.
Never admit defeat.
I'm Roy Cohn. I'm Roy Cohn.
I was going to say, I've heard that a lot lately.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
What's happening?
Oh, we're enjoying it.
So, back east, where I originated, my brother always goes trash picking, and there's a dump in Connecticut that has a last chance area. So people that are going there, they see something they want, they can just take it. And there was the bucket loader was coming to get another load from the last chance area. And my brother was there. He saw this painting. It was in the bucket, ready to go, and he grabbed it. And it was from some American painter that was really famous. It needed to be restored, but they said it was worth about $70,000.
What?
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Did he recognize that this artist was responsible for this painting at the time he grabbed it?
Or did he just like the painting?
Right.
He just liked it.
Okay. So how did he find out it was worth about $70,000? Did he take it to get evaluated or whatever you call it?
He did, and he ended up selling it because it, needed work on it. They gave him $15,000.
Damn. Okay. Hey, that's why sometimes I'll get stoned and get stuck on Antiques Roadshow.
That is not bad, man.
Those free areas where you have like everything is dirt cheap and all that stuff. On the West Coast, they call that Goodwill.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean,
we're at Goodwill.
You can get great deals in there.
Like 5 years ago, because my wife will reupholster furniture, right? So she'll go in because, like anything, the furniture they made back in the day is just of much superior quality to the stuff they're pumping out now. The difference is it's all super ugly, right? So she's like, look, I can buy a solid piece. The bones are good and all that. And then change out the materials, and then you have a very good-looking but also well-built couch, right? For a lot less than you have to spend to get an actual well-built couch. But we're in there, and this Australian dude is like, hey, mate, because he kind of sees that my wife's looking at stuff, and she's very particular about it. And he points at this chair that's kind of resting on top of his cart. He's like, all these people keep staring at me, and all these people keep asking me if I want to part with it. So it was $50, I think, was the price on there. He goes, do you know if this is something? I said, that is an original Eames chair. And all you need to know about that is it is worth an extraordinary amount of money. So he was like, Eames, what is that? I said, bro, look, not to sound like a caller, look it up, but I'm going to tell you right now, buy it for $50, and because it's very comfortable. Yeah. They're very well built. And I said, if you don't want it, sell it, and you will literally get thousands of dollars. He was like, are you serious? I said, absolutely, man. You absolutely will get thousands upon thousands of dollars for that chair that you're about to buy for $50. He was like, thanks, mate. Went straight up there, bought it, and disappeared.
Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
I have a football. My buddy goes, Goodwill, huh? And I go, how'd you know I get it there? He goes, you never took the sticker off.
Oh, here's the difference. If you go, if
$7 football?
If you go to an antique store or an antique, those people have books. They look that crap up. Mm-hmm. They know when they put it back on the floor who made this, what the value of it is.
Yeah, it's an antique store.
Because they all specialize in, maybe they collect glass, whatever they do.
Yeah.
They know all that crap.
Goodwill does not.
Goodwill just takes your stuff and puts it on the shelf.
And they put it on the shelf.
It's the equivalent of going to a yard sale. That's estate sale. Those are the places where you find
honestly, I bumped into one of our engineers.
That hasn't been marked up.
That we worked with now. And I'm strolling through there with my wife, and they were back where they just have all the old electronics. And I can't remember what he was rebuilding, but whatever he said, I kind of knew what it was, and it takes tubes and all this, and it's a very warm, cool thing. But he's like, if I buy these parts, we're talking thousands of dollars, and he's just standing there at Goodwill, and he has a cart full of all these things, and he's like, well, I don't really need the radio, but I need the one piece in it. But he maybe spent $40.
Yeah.
Walked out of there, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to make a $5,000, whatever the hell it was he was doing.
Intentional or not, what was in the trash? 206-803-ROCK.
I'll be honest with you, sometimes Goodwill, too, just helps in a pinch.
Yeah.
You got people
need a
coming
coffee
over.
table.
You're right. You need a couple chairs.
Yep.
I've done it with Christmas decorations. Just was like, and they were like $3 or $4.
We did it. We were making some piece of furniture. It was like 12 years ago. We're in the garage, and our drill crapped out, and we're about to go to Home Depot. And I'm like, let's go to Goodwill. Sure enough. I mean, like, nothing wrong with the power drill. It's like $2. And it's just a matter of saving the money. And that thing still freaking works. It's awesome. Hello, Ken. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello. How you doing?
Hola. Doing well, Ken. Thank you.
I used to haul scrap metal for a living. And one day my friend and I, we went to a house that was scheduled to be torn down. And we were pulling any copper wire we could out of it and found an old boiler out back. We made $13.55 for that load, and we were done for the day.
$13?
Yeah.
For a day's work?
Yep. And at the end of the day, I'm pumping $13 in the truck to get home, and my friend holds out this gold coin out the window. And I said, yeah, what candy machine did you get that out of? And he taps the side of the truck. He says, it ain't candy. And there was 14 gold coins and 1 platinum plate.
What?
Yes, in an Irish tartar sauce jar.
Naturally.
Oh,
the best.
That's where all people keep their gold coins.
Hey, they even forgot they had it.
Yeah. But somebody threw it out in the garbage pile out back because that's where it was found.
Oh, as a general rule, even if you're cleaning out someone's house, if someone has kept an Ivar's container, or they have kept a Crown Royal bag, definitely look at it because there's something in there that'll at least be valuable to you.
I've got old McCormick tins where spices used to be in.
Yeah.
That's a good spot to keep the money away from the kids.
Yeah, kids, thieves know. Like, thieves, where did you keep a Crown Royal bag? Like, damn it, man, how did you know?
The smartest place, if you want to hide something, you don't want anybody to steal it, they're breaking in your house, put it where all your cleaning supplies are.
I was going to say, I'll do that with the kids. Definitely, like under the sink, all the clean. They don't want any part of that, so they don't even. They know where it is. They won't even bother to look, and that's perfect. It used to be I could hide everything just on top shelves. They couldn't see Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you name it. Like if there's food I wanted that I knew they would like, just put it up top. Now they're tall enough where they can see it. And they're like, Dad, what is so and so? I'm like, damn it, man.
Now, have you guys gotten to the point where you, in relationships, where you've thrown other things away without that person's knowledge?
No, not at all, Miles.
So,
I'm sure it's been done to me. I've never done it to somebody.
I have not done that. At least not intentionally.
Right. Okay, so there was this old sewing machine that I'll just say was a part of a family. I might have been married to this person. It was a big, old sewing machine that needed to be pretty well put up on kind of a pedal operated. So this was beyond electricity. This was a pedal operated, but it needed the mount, it needed the table, and it needed the singer kind of setup for, just to be looped through. This thing weighed, I swear to God, 35 pounds. 30 pounds. I'd lug this thing around from apartment to an apartment to an apartment. Took up as much room as like 2 big toolboxes was the size of this damn thing. Why do you want this? Well, it was in the family. Okay, that's fine.
Right, but why do you want it?
What are you going to do with it? I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I want to keep it. Do you know?
So is the correct answer to that.
Do you know how to sew? No. Do you want me to show you how to thread this? Because I actually do. I'll show you how to thread it, but you need the underneath side of this table.
Yeah.
The way it sits, the way this thing is mounted. That's where you put your little tiny spools need to go underneath the bottom of this thing. I'm trying to explain all this. Let's just say that disappeared in one move. Oops. Not sure what happened to it. I don't know if a neighbor lady took it. I don't know what the deal was. But the one thing that I can't stand more than anything in the world is when you leave S around the house, right? So if you have a scrunchie that's got like 9 million hairs in it, it looks like it attacked a spider.
Doesn't even have any elasticity left in it.
No. But they're ever, like, if I saw those things on the floor, and I knew this person was going to buy another bag of scrunchies, no matter what, because that's what they did. Scrunchies were just like disposable. I threw all of them away. If I found one laying around, they magically reappeared the week later, a brand new package, and I knew this. So to me, they were just throwaway items. I'm like, if you're going to leave 9 of these on the floor, I'm throwing these away.
But that to me is different. Like, I will throw that stuff away. I'm like, look, if you've made it clear
it's also
you do
someone
not
else's
care
stuff.
about this, it's a scrunch. Like, sorry, look, man. First of all, why is it on the floor? At what point do you do your hair on the floor? I know you dropped it because there's 40 of them, and you can't pick up any one of them. I will put them all in the trash. Like, if they're that important, put them somewhere where you want them. Right. Like, I don't leave my keys on the floor. You know what? Because I need them. Find a freaking place for these things. Or I go in the trash, no question about it.
I might have dated someone who had a sweatshirt habit, all right? Where everywhere they go, they get a sweatshirt. I couldn't even get into my closet because the entire top
What's that like?
was filled with sweatshirts, right?
Yeah.
Now, if the sweatshirt was in the washer or the dryer, no worries. You're wearing the sweatshirt. I get it. This is something you're wearing. The other 40 sweatshirts that took up like 3 different shelves, every once in a while I'd reach to the bottom, look at the sweatshirt, and I'm like, Delta Chi Hayride.
Gone.
I don't know if this is going to disappear or not. I've never even seen you wear this.
I just haven't found the right time to wear that yet.
You going to wear this at a sorority function? Or one was a fraternity sweatshirt. So I know she just got it from some fraternity guy that she slept with.
Yeah.
So I'm like, look, I've never seen you wear this. Like,
you stole this off of a guy like a doggone trophy.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to steal it and give it to the trash man.
There you go.
I just want enough room to put my clothes in the closet, too.
Which are already under scrutiny, by the way.
Exactly.
Why do you have this? When do you wear this?
Tara Daly, Steve Makes from the Daily Mix Morning Show coming up. We're going to sit and spin with the top Disney soundtracks of all times. And we got your emails coming up next from the men's room at KISW.com.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You walk in tired and hungry, one bad dinner away from losing it. You don't like to cook. You don't want more takeout. You just want something good. That's why there's Dish by Blue Apron. Pre-made meals with at least 20 grams of protein and no artificial flavors or colors. From fridge to fork in 5 minutes or less. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
North Coast Credit Union is keeping things simple with free checking for everyone. That means fee-free ATMs, overdraft protection, online banking, mobile deposits, automatic bill pay, and more. All without monthly fees or transaction limits. Managing your money shouldn't be complicated. That's why North Coast Credit Union is keeping it simple. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations or northcoastcu.com to learn more.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Tara Daly and Steve Biggs from the Daily Biggs Morning Show on the way. We'll sit and spin with the top Disney soundtracks of all times. But first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Couple from today, Playboy by the conference, it says here. Ted, to Ted's point, the Ivy League schools probably do have the worst pick of girls to pose for the magazine. It's been my experience in years of watching college football. The farther south the school, the hotter the chicks. Mm-hmm. It used to be tough using the can because I didn't want to miss the parting shot from the camera guy with the sideline shot of the cheerleaders. I'm at that age now when they show the QB's family in the stands, and I'm like, hello, Mom.
Yep.
Oh, I'm there too, man.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, the girlfriends are still cute, but you recognize she's like 21.
Yeah, no.
Whereas like the moms, I'll tell you what kills me is the Little League World Series.
Oh, the mom's sitting out there?
Well, they're all my age or younger.
They're 35. Yeah. I mean, they're 40 years old.
Smoke shows.
So that's what happened to me when I would go to San Diego State. Because people say,
the moms.
I bet the chicks down there are hot. I'm like, they're kids.
Yeah, right.
Wait till you see the moms. I'm just saying. That's
you didn't hear it from me, but I have a reputable source. It says some of the moms at Ole Miss are attractive.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard.
I believe it.
I'll tell you
but
what.
You can't say that out loud.
Yeah, and look, I don't like the Ducks, but Oregon does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Their cheer squad.
Yes, they do.
They have for years.
Yeah. What was in the trash? Although when I was about 21, 22, I was the assistant manager for Claire's at the Outlet Mall.
All right.
Now, one thing we had to do from time to time was scan clearance items and see if anything came up a penny. Now, if it did, we had to throw it in a box and toss it in the garbage. Most of the time, I was alone. So when I had to scan for penny items, I'd bring home lots of jewelry, other stuff I thought was cute.
Jewelry is a loose term.
Or it could fit. I figured they're throwing it away, so it's fair game. Have a great afternoon, gentlemen. That from Alicia.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that's one of the great things about wherever you wherever you work, there's going to be perks on getting free stuff.
Grocery stores and restaurants are great for that.
You can make a meal and take it home with you every night, right? When you worked in the restaurant?
Yeah. I mean, everybody did,
man.
man. Pizza, and even if you worked at the fancy restaurant, you would just make it there. Like, I'm not going to make duck at home, but I'm going to make myself a big duck dinner here at work, go home, and I'm full.
Yeah. I do. I'm never going to turn down a free T-shirt. I realize this. So I went through a stack of T-shirts that I have, and a lot of them are they're free T-shirts we get from work, from all kinds of companies. I'll wear them once or twice, but I take all those shirts to Goodwill. So I took a load to Goodwill, like 2 garbage bags full of T-shirts.
Yeah.
Just because people can wear them.
That's it. They give them to us.
That's the entire idea. Like, put this on someone who would like a T-shirt. You know, so I keep them all. Okay, on to the birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Guys, gentlemen, thank you to the hunks in the men's room who keep me laughing as I'm going home.
Not you, Ted. Talking about me, Miles, and Mike.
Today is my 53rd year of being a badass, still staying healthy and looking good. How about now hitting the window and Coach Ted talking about the perfect weekday birthday party strategy. That from Carla in Seattle.
I know a Carla about that age. It is hot.
This might be the one.
All right. Weekday strategy. That's a tough one. My first piece of advice would be take tomorrow off.
Boom.
Boom. But if you didn't do that, I would say you'd have to go out tonight, maybe adjust the party a little bit. Get some good food, have a few cocktails, but you got to be careful. We're at that age where you have that 4th or 5th. You're not hammered, but you feel like crap the next day.
Yep.
2 to 3 is the sweet spot, but it's hard to stay there. I don't know, maybe smoke some herb.
Smoke it.
You won't have as much of a hangover. The weekday party's tough.
It is tough, man, but you're right. Like, in that case, treat it more as I'm going to have a great dinner.
Yes.
So it's full, that way the cocktails are a little heavier. You slow down. You're right, man.
And if you go heavy early and then go to bed early.
Yeah, there's that too.
I mean, you can. I don't know. The older I get, and I hate saying it just sucks to drink during the week.
Go 1 for 1 alcohol water, dude.
I disagree with that, but I hear what you're saying.
To each their own.
I mean, that's just me. I like the weekday.
I mean, Monday Night
drink,
Football, you think for a minute I didn't have a beer last night?
I took down a lot of beers last night.
I need a lot more at the end of the game. I should have
just chugged a gallon of whiskey or something to kill the pain.
Well, Mike went to a concert. Yeah. He probably had a couple pops.
Oh, you did go to the Jonas Brothers?
I went to Jonas Brothers.
My wife asked me, did Mike go to the Jonas Brothers? I said, when? And she goes, they played last night. I'm like, where? I had no idea, right?
Why do you think my wife was here?
I didn't know. So I just said, look. Well, she pointed out, because his wife's a huge Jonas Brothers fan. I said, baby, if they played in Seattle, I guarantee you he went because he has no choice in this.
That's right. No, he likes them just as much, Throw.
I do.
You were rocking the shirt yesterday.
I'm obsessed. Yeah, the Paul shirt.
I got the VIP dinner experience.
No kidding, you did, dude.
Liquor and Horse, gentlemen. It's my friend's 56th birthday today. I've known him since the 3rd grade and want to wish him a fantastic birthday. So, can I get a fish sandwich medley? The Dirty German's telling my friend how lucky he is to be divorced. And all of you guys talking all over each other about your favorite football team. He's a diehard Seahawks fan. Thanks, guys. That from Tom.
Can I get
a fillet of fish sandwich?
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? Put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side.
Oh, yeah.
I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe sure relish in the morning. At noon. And at night.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
So you don't want a fish sandwich?
Yeah, you want to know that you're lucky that you're divorced. You worry to know that all of your money is your own and also you can line up all the women you want. Although, just because you want a lot of women does not mean a lot of women want you.
Yeah, but anything's better than that same old dirty hand.
Favorite football team? Let me tell you. My favorite football team. They suck.
I'll just stick with the NFL.
When Michael McDonald left for the Ravens team,
a little bit longer.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob. And I'm going to do this one extra email simply because of the topic today and how this fits in. And it really has nothing to do with today's episode. But it says, fellas, listening back to the now legendary episode from last week about poop stories and your callers bothering some poor BC man. Thrill and Ted started talking about garbage chutes and how glorious they are.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I used to know a very, very, very wealthy woman who purchased a rooftop penthouse in Bellevue with her husband years ago. At the time, it was the tallest residential building in the Western Hemisphere. They often would have guests over and show them the almost 10,000 square foot space and the sweeping views. I was probably 19 or 20 at the time, and at some point, she very excitedly grabbed my arm and said she wanted to show me something. She said it was her favorite thing in the house. I thought it would be her massive shoe collection, or the kitchen, or the entertainment center. Instead, she grabbed a bag of garbage and took me to the elevator, opened a chute, told me to listen closely, and threw that bag down. It had to be 6 or more seconds before we heard the thud, 43 floors below, and she began to dance in glee. She'd grown up in a trailer in Yakima before.
Okay. All right.
She and her husband met and built their empire, and I guess it's fair to say she stayed pretty humble and never forgot to enjoy the little things. Rock on, guys. That from Jonathan. I totally agree.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
I mean, you do. When you throw trash down the chute, you just wait for the thud. I know you had that in Belltown.
Yeah, you never just close the door.
You're waiting for that thud. And it's, I don't know why it's so weirdly satisfying. You're like, yes.
Well, it depends on what you throw down it, too. Like a light bulb was always fun.
Oh, yeah.
You hear it shatter.
You just do individual things like that.
If it was something I wanted to hear, like say you had an avocado that's got way too soft.
Right.
You want to hear that splat.
So stupid. It's so entertaining.
It is. You're right. But even with that lady,
Yeah, I
she
get
got
it.
this
I
giant
totally get
place.
it.
And
She's a millionaire. Like, nah, dude, this.
You can
This
see like
is it.
Washington. I don't care. You know. All right, coming at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. But first,
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
You know how everything's a subscription now? Music, movies, even socks. I swear if
To continue this ad, please upgrade to Premium Plus Platinum.
What? No. Anyway, Blue Apron.
This is a pay-per-listen ad. Please confirm your billing.
Oh, that's annoying. At least with the new Blue Apron, there's no subscription needed. Get delicious meals delivered without the weekly plan.
Wait, no subscription?
Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
all right, come up here at 5:08. We'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick take on Mike Hogg. Some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Modelo has officially been dethroned as the top-selling beer in the United States.
I know what it is. Do you guys know?
Do you guys know what it is?
Yeah.
No.
Thrill, any guesses what the top-selling beer in the United States might be?
Something light and watery.
You're correct. Like the lightest and wateriest of them all.
Ultra.
Modelo. Oh, sorry, yeah, Michelob Ultra.
It is
Yeah,
Michelob
yeah, you
Ultra.
know.
All right.
Sorry, I got screwed up because Modelo's on there. It's another M1. My bad, Ted.
Here's
Don't
the
look at me
problem.
like that.
Well, the way you set it up, you're like, no,
It's Modelo. Modelo won. It
But
beat itself.
I still want to see what the top 10 are. So they released that. But we don't know what the other 9 are.
So Modelo's on there. Corona's still on there. I'm sure Coors Light.
I mean,
Bud
I was
Light.
always a Miller Lite guy. I still love Miller Lite, but I drink a lot of Ultra.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go down easy.
They do.
I mean,
and,
they
that's,
do.
and that can's skinny, so it makes me skinny.
There you go.
Everybody knows that.
Just like Corona Light.
Skinny can, skinny you.
yeah, skinny can, skinny guy.
I would be shocked if Busch Light is up there. based on the Southeast.
Yeah.
They tear that
Right.
beer.
And our buddy Brett.
Well, like Bud Light
Yeah.
is a lighter light beer, but Busch Light still kind of has a little bit more of the heft of the regular Busch beer.
Yeah.
So it's just a notch down from Busch. So people like it because it still has a full body taste, but it's
Gotcha.
a lighter beer.
All right. I think a lot of it,
but it
it's
tastes
just
like Busch.
culturally or where you live. Like, I don't know how to explain it, right? Like, you're right. Like, for years, I want to say Pullman drank the most Busch Light of any town because that's what all those kids drank.
Yeah.
And then you're right. You go to Florida, everybody likes
I'm saying
Busch.
Florida,
St.
dude.
Louis is all Busch, not really Budweiser. And then, yeah, like, I grew up drinking Miller Lite, but, like, I have cousins that drink Bud Light, and they will not move from it.
Nope.
Hell no. Coors Light could always slide into.
Somehow everyone's okay with Coors Light.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, if you're, and I'm counting myself as one of these people, if you're drinking light domestics, like, I don't have the fanciest palate when it comes to beer.
I will say, though, the best new lighter beers I've tried is the Men's Room 20th Anniversary Lager from Black Raven Brewing Company.
Well done.
Right here in Seattle.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you heard about that or not. The Men's Room in radio show.
Delicious.
Celebrating 20 years.
Oh, my.
And they made a special drinkable lager.
Oh, they did?
That is fantastic.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
insane.
And here's get this. So there's 3 Fisher houses in the area,
Yeah.
right? And when you buy the beer, the money, a portion of that, obviously they got to pay for the cans, they got to pay for the people who make the beer, the hops, all that stuff. But a portion of the proceeds, they go to the 3 local Fisher House organizations. So you can buy your Michelob Ultra. That goes to InBev.
Oh, gotcha.
That goes to Anheuser-Busch.
That is $92 billion a year.
That goes to a company in South Africa. All right?
Okay.
If you buy maybe the Men's Room IPA, if you like that, it's getting colder. Or the 20th Anniversary Lager. It benefits our friends here locally.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you can buy whatever you want. If you like it, drink it.
Sure.
That's really cool. TikTok is being inundated with quote-unquote sexy Christmas tree decoration ads featuring characters from movies like The Grinch and Toy Story getting a little too intimate with rear ends.
It has finally happened, yes.
Have you seen
Sexy
this?
Christmas?
I haven't.
I have not.
Yeah,
I'm going to
hang
Google
on.
it.
I got to see if I can look this up for you here. Hang on. Sexy Christmas
This ornament.
TikTok ads. I got to see if I can find the story again because there it is. There it is. Come look at this, Dad.
We always just put the angel at the top of the tree when she's pulling her skirt up.
So there's Woody and Bo
so-
Peep. And then there's the Grinch.
Oh, Lady Grinch got it.
Got a dumper.
Volume. Grinch all up in it. Scroll down.
No, that's all we got, Ted. It's only the 2.
Did you say slow down?
Scroll down.
Oh, scroll down.
I want to see the other sexy ones.
Don't worry. Blow up your TikTok feed over here.
But if you're going just on sex appeal,
What do you got?
she might be a little bit thicker, but I mean, Miss Piggy seems like she's down.
Yeah, Miss Piggy does seem like she's down. She's also a pig.
She's also bacon.
Kermit's getting up in the pork loins.
Yeah.
I enjoy pork loin. And I'm a vegetarian.
Time to make it bone in.
Kermit Dirty Talk.
The green finger.
Yeah.
That's one weird thing about Kermit. He never had webbed hands.
No, he didn't.
He's a frog.
Also, he can talk.
But he's a frog.
That's the only weird thing, Ted.
He's a frog.
Yeah.
I mean, frogs talk.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're right. I see where she gets the what's it, solving issues. Hey, I know frogs talk. Ribbit.
See?
Put your thinking caps on, boys. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. It is an N-word.
Easy.
That describes that which
Thrill. I'm going to say it.
I would say proud.
I'm going to say it.
It describes that which has no equal because it is better than any other. An N-word that describes that which has no equal.
Say it.
Because it is better than any
right.
other.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has no equal.
It has no equal because it is better than any other.
Is this one of these common words, or is it one that we'll
No,
never get?
this is a wild word that you guys will never get.
Okay.
Non-perial?
Non-purial?
Non-perial? Something like that.
No.
It describes that which has no equal because it's better than any other.
Including that word.
Including that word right there.
When I was a kid, we used to eat nonpareils.
What are nonpareils?
That little chocolate with the white dots on it.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
I'll be damned. Maybe that was their point.
Has no equal.
There's no equal.
Has no Nutella. There's not a competitor.
It's true. There's none. There's none like it.
There's not an off-brand. There's not like a generic.
I'm sure there's no other.
I bet there is.
Yeah.
Trust me. The prices are coming down, so we're all going to know what it is soon.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Try butt teller.
Oh.
Same consistency, same color.
Shrek Swamp Dip.
Oh, easy.
Swamp dip. Yeah.
Jesus, Mike.
Yeah. It just goes straight out of his rear end. It's this little dispenser.
Squeeze his ass.
Put it right on your toast.
It even makes the sound, kids.
What are you doing? There's an artificial plant that purifies radioactive soil using nothing but sunlight.
I found one just called Nutmaster.
Oh, is that really one? Is it Nutmaster?
All right.
Nutmaster spread.
I like this Nutella. Well, technically it's Nutmaster. Mom says we can't afford Nutella.
Nutmaster.
I can't let him go. He's the Nutmaster.
Oh, you guys had Nutella. We had Nutmaster.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Doctors have made the shocking statement that there's no conclusive evidence to support the TikTok claim that using castor oil on your hair will promote growth.
Jesus Christ.
If it's on TikTok, automatic. I don't care if they have lab coats on. If it's on TikTok, automatically assume nothing is true. Nothing is real. Enjoy it for the entertainment that it is
Castor
and
oil.
move on. Castor oil. Castor oil is like a miracle oil, man. It's everywhere. It's on everything.
Jesus Christ.
Apply it before you go to bed, and you'll feel
Your
great.
hair will grow.
Just update. This won't shock anybody. Guess who has a Nutella spread that's off-brand that's very good?
Costco.
Yep, Kirkland.
Of course.
They got a
Of
hazelnut
course.
spread.
Guess who makes it?
Nutella.
Yes.
More than likely.
You bet. Back to the castor oil there. That's just one of those myths that keeps going around. And in fact, there's a lot of myths that needs to be debunked.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So this comes to us via Reader's Digest, and it's the most common science myths and misconceptions busted. The myth is storing batteries in the fridge or freezer. Has anybody heard this one?
I've heard it, but I don't know if it works.
It'll make them last longer.
Freezer
you see.
is what I heard.
Yeah. So putting batteries in a freezer or refrigerator to prolong their life and keep them fresh is a widely shared myth that has been debunked by scientists and battery makers. Truth is, keeping batteries in very cold or hot temperatures actually reduces their performance. In fact, storing them in the fridge or freezer exposes batteries to a lot of moisture in the form of condensation that can damage them after you take them out.
That's probably the battery company spreading that rumor there.
That's right.
Oh, do you have to buy more?
It's not going to work. Not going to work.
I've never actually heard that one.
I have never heard it.
This one you don't hear about so much as you see. There's a lot of popular culture of, back in the prehistoric times of the caveman, they rode the dinosaurs and they had dinosaur pets.
Yes.
And what humans and dinosaurs never coexisted.
No, but
I know this.
Who thinks that?
The Flintstones.
Exactly. People and dinosaurs
Land
may
of
have
the Lost.
lived side by side on the Flintstones, but in real life, dinosaurs became extinct about 66 million years before humans started roaming the planet.
Come on, people.
They were gone a long time there. Let's see. What do we know about bats? They're mammals.
Oh,
they fly.
they're nocturnal.
Not just nocturnal.
They
Ted.
use sonar.
Right. Because
blind.
they're blind.
But they're
That's
not.
right.
And they have rabies.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah,
I know a
good
lot
job.
about
Well, they do. There are rabid bats. Yeah.
I thought they all had rabies.
No.
No, just the rabbit ones.
But they're the only mammal that has an individual name for their poop, which I think
Guano
puts them on a different playing field.
What about scat?
But that's kind of any animal.
That covers a lot of different ones.
Dung, I mean, you could say that's
Any
2 or
animal.
3 animals.
Right?
But the bat has a special name for its poop. And to that, I salute them.
Oh, that's what Batman says to Robin. I'll be right back. I have to pop a guano.
Right.
Go
So I'm
find
saying,
some guano.
what other
Hey,
animal
Robin.
has a name for their poop?
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Think about
it. I got to pop a guano.
Serving up some guano.
Like
About to
whales.
serve you a guano
Whales?
sandwich, mother effort.
Whales have a special name for their vomit.
I was about to go in on that. Yeah.
They're one of a kind.
Do we use guano for anything? Why does guano get its own name?
Guano. I don't know.
Ambergris, we use that for
Perfume and all the
perfumes
rest.
and whatnot.
Right.
But guano's just man.
Robin, I'm going to need to pull over the Batmobile and go behind those bushes. I got
Like,
to
who
pop
came
a
up with
guano.
that? This animal needs a special name for their poop. Some scientist like, I'm going to do this.
I've got to wash this costume. I've got guano on it.
Here you go, doctor. I've got my guano sample.
Bane punched me harder than I thought he did.
It stinks.
Guano in my face.
When the Joker kind of surprised me when he popped out of that ceiling tile.
I got guano on my glove. When I used to cave as a kid, man, you come out with your coveralls on, man, just covered in that. Your crap would almost stand up by itself without being washed. It would just stand up in the garage, covered in that crap.
I can't wear white underwear anymore because of the guano stains.
The guano stain. Alfred pointed it out.
Hey, you're a mammal. You can fly, and you get your own name for poop. Come on.
What do we know about the air on commercial planes?
It's awful for you.
It's all recycled.
Actually, there was a study this week that said it could be really bad.
It's full of germs and pollutants. That's right.
Yeah.
If you get sick a few days after airplane travel, chances are it's not because of germ-laden air in the cabin. That's because most commercial airplanes use high-efficiency particulate air (HEPA) filters in the recirculated airflow, which removes 99.97% of particulate material. The air in the plane is a combination of 50% filtered air and 50% fresh air from the outside of the aircraft, and it's refreshed frequently.
Okay.
So it's all lies, all lies. Again, these are science myths, all debunked. What do we know about Thanksgiving dinner?
It makes you tired from the turkey.
That's right. The turkey makes you sleepy.
Jesus Christ.
Ted brings it up every year. The misconception that turkey makes you sleepy originates from the fact that the meat contains tryptophan, an amino acid that increases levels of serotonin and melatonin, two chemicals in the brain associated with mood regulation and sleep. But turkey doesn't have enough tryptophan to single-handedly bring on slumber and doesn't contain significantly more of the component than chicken, beef, cheese, or nuts. If you feel especially drowsy after your Thanksgiving dinner, it's more likely you want a nap because you ate yourself into a coma.
You gorged.
I saw somebody put it best. He goes, A, you're eating a massive meal. B, when's the last time you ate a massive meal at 3 p.m.?
Right.
That's about the only day a year. And then a decent amount of people will also add in a glass or two of wine or a beer.
Absolutely.
It's like, no wonder you're sleepy.
Not only that, but Steve, I know you don't like vegetables, but this is one of the few holiday meals where vegetables are really not included. Maybe someone makes Brussels sprouts.
Right. That's
or
about
some
it.
broccoli, but typically
Green
you don't.
bean casserole.
You don't, and that is again not a vegetable.
No.
At that point,
Right. Candied yams.
Not a vegetable.
Right. You're not getting
Exactly.
right.
Mashed potatoes.
It's
Not a
potatoes.
vegetable.
It's stuffing. It's turkey. It's gravy. It's cranberries. It's
I make
Celery and
I
stuffing, not a
told you I make a broccoli salad, but there's no health redeeming value to it.
no.
In fact, if you took the broccoli out, would anyone care? Based on everything else you put in it.
I mean, it is a good vegetable.
You need the crunch.
Yeah, the crunch helps.
Yeah, you need the crunch.
Use potato chips. I got you.
I'm just saying, there's
They don't go
bacon in
soggy.
it, there's
Put some
mayonnaise,
Fritos
there's
in
sugar. It's delicious.
Science myths that have been proven wrong. What do we know about bulls? There's one thing that
They hate red.
That's right. They hate the color red.
And they love the beach.
If you've ever seen a bullfight, they love. Oh, that's right. Yeah. If you've ever seen a bullfight, you know how angry the bull gets when he sees a matador waving that red cape. But contrary to common belief, a bull doesn't go into attack mode because he hates that color red. Instead, he's triggered by both the movement of the cape and the presence of the bullfighter invading his personal space.
So you're taunting it.
Right. Come and get it.
Yeah, taunt it with a green. The bull's not going to be like, nah, it's green, dude. It's cool.
They don't care. They don't care.
I mean, look, in the NFL, they call it a foul. Taunting.
Right, exactly.
Doesn't matter what color your team wears.
How do you make your hair grow faster, gents?
Oh God.
It's
cut it off?
Simple answer. Yes. Frequent trims.
Right, yeah.
Regular haircuts are great for getting rid of split ends, maintaining your hairstyle, or even giving away a whole new look. But the myth that a trim stimulates and accelerates hair growth is total fiction.
And every guy that shaves their head knows that.
Yeah, no kidding. It's not coming back faster. It's not coming back at all. Left-handed folks are more creative. Sorry, Steve. False.
Nobody's saying that.
There are several myths about left-handed people, including that lefties are more creative than righties. This misconception seems to stem from the idea that left-handed people are more dominant in using the right side of their brain, the hemisphere associated with artistry and creativity.
I would argue that based on the fact that, as Steve would say, when you're left-handed, you have to overcome basic things that are built for right-handed people. Therefore, you have to use creativity to figure out how to live in a right-handed world.
That's exactly. I'm like, you come off as being creative because 88% of the world does something the same way.
Right.
So when you approach something, same problem, but it looks like you've come up with this incredible solution. It's like, no, I just have to do it this way because the world's designed for you, not me. But it's easy enough to compensate. It's not a thing. But you come off as being creative. It's like, it's not that. It's just everyone else does it the exact same way.
I got two left-handed friends I just know from school growing up. and they write with their hands curved. They write from the top down.
Yeah, it's
just
spiral notebooks.
Just based on those and the fact that your desk was built differently and all that stuff.
Everything.
So it's just you write from the top down.
Well, I get they got to be more inventive,
write
but I
from
don't
the
know that I
bottom
would
up.
think that.
Inventive is the word.
Right, like
It's
I don't know that makes you more creative.
You know what? Put it this way. A chef is infinitely more creative than the guy that makes $7 an hour. But when it comes to whipping up a meal real quick out of limited ingredients, you're going to think that the broke dude is a genius.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, that's exactly what it is.
Exactly. And then I'll leave you with this last science myth that has been proven wrong. It's something that we know about the moon. It's actually a very popular Pink Floyd album.
Dark Side.
That there's a dark side of the moon.
I want a dark side of a chicken.
Is there really a dark side of the moon? Not
No.
exactly. It's more of a case of people commonly confusing the dark side with the far side of the moon. It works like this. The moon rotates once for every time that it goes around the Earth, and because of that, we only see one side of the moon. It is spinning at basically the speed that it's rotating.
Yeah.
So the far side is the other side, the one that we never see. However, any spot on the moon experiences sunrise, daytime, sunset, and night, just like on Earth. So when it's nighttime on the moon, it's the dark side, but the far side is not always dark.
Right.
So there you go. Some science myths that have been debunked there. A man in China got into an accident on his scooter and ended up stuck for an hour, Miles.
What was he stuck into?
I will tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast fans of country star Casey Musgraves in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
All right. So the 2,300-seat Ryman Auditorium. They were selling tickets for what they believe to be an intimate performance with Casey. Obviously, she can sell out an arena.
Yes,
this
she
is
can.
2,300 seats. And as you would imagine, they sold out. They say groups of fans in, quote, cute concert outfits, they showed up, only to find out that they'd been mistaken. They were not misled, but they were mistaken. You see, Casey was not performing at the Ryman Auditorium. They were taping an episode of Sing for Science, which is a podcast. And that particular podcast is about mushrooms. And then this particular episode focused on how psychedelic experiences helped shape Casey's music. She was not there. They were just going to talk about.
She wasn't even on the panel?
No, it was literally just, hey, we're in Nashville. We're taping our podcast, which is about mushrooms. We know in Nashville you like Casey Musgraves. Casey Musgraves has admitted that the psychedelic experience has informed her songwriting. That's what we're going to talk about. Needless to say, people were disappointed. They thought it was a straight-up concert.
I would be too.
Could not believe how cheap the tickets
Unless they're
were.
giving out mushrooms.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they never said she's playing. Never said she was performing. Someone just heard, ooh, Casey Musgraves. Let's go, man. Yeah, it's a podcast about mushrooms.
Okay.
And most people walked out. So we poured this booze, and we drank this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This now, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Say what you want about AI, but it's here. And it's helping businesses get more done in a day. Wix's website builder is infused with AI so you can stay ahead. Create a beautiful, functional website just by describing your idea. Track how your site appears in AI search results. Create custom images on demand, or launch an entire campaign in a matter of minutes. Wix gives you AI wherever you need it.
Try it out for yourself at Wix.com.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at UnitedHealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
There's luxury, and then there's Monogram. At Judd & Black, you can experience both. Right now, with Monogram's one for you, one for free rebate, when you purchase select premium appliances, you'll get another absolutely free. Shopping at Judd & Black, you get personalized service, expert guidance, and luxury delivered. Browse online at juddblack.com or find the best deals in our Bellingham showroom off Exit 254. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store for over 85 years.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at UnitedHealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
You walk in tired and hungry, one bad dinner away from losing it. You don't like to cook. You don't want more takeout. You just want something good. That's why there's Dish by Blue Apron. Pre-made meals with at least 20 grams of protein and no artificial flavors or colors. From fridge to fork in 5 minutes or less. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
Oh, I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Roberto. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
The juggler. How's it going?
Doing great, man. All right, Roberto, you understand how this here game is played, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. You have a choice of one of 3 stories today. We offer you the wonderful world of drugs. We have interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. And finally today, license to spill, where you guess the substance responsible for creating the mess.
License to spill.
We head to the fine state of New Jersey, where authorities had to implement a brief highway closure along a stretch of I-80 late Monday over what just might be an unprecedented concern. Bags of cargo were covering the highway. Now, officials say they got a call about a 2 tractor-trailer collision in Warren County around 10 p.m. According to the investigation, a westbound tractor-trailer carrying a full load of cargo rear-ended a parked tractor-trailer near the 2-mile marker, tearing open both box trailers and spilling cargo everywhere. But people only cared about the cargo of one truck. In fact, the story doesn't even mention what the other truck was carrying, in spite of it losing its cargo to the road as well. New Jersey State Police, they closed the westbound lanes to allow emergency crews to reach the truck operators. Both refused treatment at the scene. The detour stayed in effect until everything was cleaned up. But the question is, what was the cargo that spilled into the highway out of the one truck that was so important to people that they did not care about the cargo that spilled out of the other? Was it pepperoni? Was it mozzarella cheese? Was it M&Ms or was it caramel popcorn? So pepperoni, mozzarella, M&Ms, or caramel popcorn?
You know, I'm sitting here with my family, and I don't know, what do you guys think? M&Ms?
I mean, it's New Jersey, so obviously you think pepperoni or mozzarella? but I do. But he said bags of it, so I'm thinking M&M.
You know, I'm. Do I get a thumbs up for M&Ms? Yeah, we're thinking M&Ms. That was right off the bat. What the family's thinking.
All right.
Do you think your family's smart?
I think my family's very smart.
Okay. Would you say the same thing if they weren't sitting there?
Yes.
Okay. Glad you didn't have to think about it.
Roberto, I think my family is smarter, and I'm going to go caramel popcorn.
Well, I don't think it was Smith family.
Just to change it up. So what spilled all over the roadway? There was a pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, M&M's, or caramel popcorn. We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at unitedhealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
People in Whatcom and Skagit County have been choosing North Coast Credit Union for 86 years. But they're not just choosing a credit union. Our members are choosing to support local businesses. They're choosing lower fees and loan rates. They're choosing to take ownership in their communities. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Washington. Visit one of our 5 branches or northcoastcu.com to see why North Coast Credit Union is the obvious choice.
99.9 KISW.
Category is a license to spill out profile. This one in New Jersey. A highway had to close down as bags of cargo were covering the highway after a crash with another truck. So whatever's in the other truck, no one cared. They just cared about the one truck and its goods.
Yes.
So the question is, what was in that truck that was spilled on the highway? Pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, M&M's, or caramel popcorn?
And we'll start with Miles Montgomery. You went with the old caramel popcorn. It was
in
not
Chicago. It would have been true.
That's the Chicago mix.
D. Ted Smith and Roberto with the Smart Family. You guys all colluded and said M&M's.
M&M's.
M&M's. And you are correct.
Oh, the Smart Family wins.
That's the last time you got some M&M's. M&M's for the kids.
Tell the kids are right.
The family M&M's.
Tell the kids are right.
Yeah.
Go out, get the pretzel ones. Get the almond ones.
All of them.
Get the fudge ones.
Have you seen the big bags, the ones that they have next door at the shop?
Yeah.
They got like peanut butter, like pretzel ones. It's amazing. Quite the
brownie ones.
Quite the selection. Now for all TV news all the time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The title. These guys have teams of talents, writers, help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Musician. Harry Styles ran the Berlin Marathon and entered the race under a fake name. That's crazy. Harry Styles is his real name?
Foul.
Seth Meyers.
Musician Harry Styles ran the Berlin Marathon and entered the race under a fake name. That's crazy. Harry Styles is his real name?
I want a good fake name. Michelob Ultra just dethroned Modelo to become America's top-selling beer brand. Beer drinkers say it's because of the mellow taste and the fact you have to drink 11 of them to feel anything.
Seth Meyers. Ted Smith.
Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hang on. Something went wrong here. Hang on. I'm sorry, Ted.
Sure, blame something, Mike. Something went wrong.
Yeah.
You know, Mike can't do anything. It's something.
I redid them. One, there was 207. Is that the issues or 207?
Yes, there's 207.
Modelo's not
Click on the
beer in America anymore.
Just go for it.
Pillsbury is introduced.
Seth Meyers.
Click on the other 07. I did switch it. It didn't go through. Son of a, you just have to trust me. That was Jimmy Fallon.
I don't believe you, but whatever.
Hamburger Helper stock is on the rise once again because people started buying it again. The New York Times says it's a bad sign for the economy. Gee, thanks, said Hamburger Helper.
I hope that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a bad sign. You
They have the Hamburger Helper meter, much like the Waffle House thing with hurricanes.
Yeah.
But they're serious. Like, the economy's going down if people are buying more Hamburger Helper.
But you're right. Hamburger Helper's like, yeah, sorry. This ain't on us.
Canned meats are coming back, too.
I think a lot of things. Ramen noodles going to the roof.
Pillsbury has introduced...
Seth Meyers.
Just play it.
Pillsbury has introduced a new funfetti sourdough bread mix, and if that sounds good, you're also baked.
I love funfetti anything, and I prefer sourdough. I don't know that I need funfetti in my
What do you
sourdough.
like about said a croissant? I'd be like, okay.
Do you like the taste, or you just like the aspect?
I like the taste.
The sprinkles.
Tastes like birthday cake.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Not a croissant. I'd be like, all right, because croissant to me lends itself to something sweet. Sourdough, I'm not thinking, what do you got that's sweet I can put on here?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you put Nutella or even Nutmaster on sourdough?
Nutmaster.
Hey, man, I want to include the lesser brain.
Not Nutmaster. Nutella. Apparently, the NFL has approached Adele about performing at the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. Good news, she's considering it. Bad news, she wants to debut a new song that disses Drake.
That's right.
Fallon?
Apparently, the NFL has approached Adele about doing the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. Good news is she's considering it. The bad news is she wants to debut a new song that disses Drake.
You think she could rap?
Adele?
Ed Sheeran does it
depends on
sometimes.
what her boyfriend can teach her.
I don't know.
All right. I don't know. We got interesting.
She's got that thick accent, so it might be interesting to hear.
No accent.
She's definitely got like a Cockney accent.
Cockney rap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's called, what do they call that? Over there, they call that drill, too. So, if you watch Monday Night Football, which I'm sure a lot of people do.
Yay!
Really? You're going to bring this up?
Well, now I'm going to get to ESPN,
No,
too.
I see how you're doing.
I will say, that was the first time I read today. It was the first time the Lions beat the Ravens since like 05 or something crazy.
Hey, man, they earned it.
But if you watch ESPN 2, they have the Manning cast. Mm-hmm. So one of the guests on last night, because the Ravens were playing, was Michael Phelps. I never really thought about it, but I guess Eli Manning and Michael Phelps kind of look alike. So here's Eli kind of talking about it.
There's been several instances from over the years. People came up to me. They thought that I was you. They thought I was Michael Phelps. I was at Newark Airport a few years ago. This guy walks up, has pen and paper. I start to sign my name, and he's like, I'm a big fan, Michael. I'm kind of like, that's weird. I hand the paper back to him. Like, I'm not Michael. He's like, you're not Michael Phelps? I'm like, no, I'm not Michael Phelps.
I won't say names, but there was an astronaut at a Super Bowl, and he came up to me in a suite, and he was like, I'm such a fan of your dad and your brother. And I was like, I have two sisters. Like, who are you talking? And I was like, oh, my God.
I never really thought about it. But
Well,
when they
Michael
were
Phelps
talking,
doesn't have his beard.
yeah, just the fact, like, that's not a bad call.
I
Plus,
can
think
see that.
Eli Manning would be much bigger in person. Like sometimes he looked smaller because he's on an NFL field. But if you met him in person, you'd be like, God damn.
He's 6'2", 6'3", probably. I think Peyton's bigger. But.
Yeah, maybe you guys wouldn't. I'd be like, God damn.
God damn, Eli, you big.
Michael Phelps is 6'4".
He's a big dude, too, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
Built.
You know what? Let's talk about this a little bit. I have a weird list here of the raunchiest jokes in TV and movies.
Okay. All right.
So I'll give you guys, well, first on the list, they have American Pie.
So that's just the
With the
physical
pie?
No, which seems kind of crazy. It's the one time at band camp.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's always talking about band camp.
One time
and
at band camp, and no one wants to listen.
Right.
Until the end of the
stuff.
movie. Then it's
Right.
like, what?
Right, and the flute disappears. Miles, it would make you want to play a flute.
Okay.
Zach and Miri make a porno. You Bikes remembers this movie. They were doing something a little out of the ordinary.
All right.
And the cameraman,
God.
Yeah, got, as they say, a nasty surprise.
Oh, okay.
Because they hired an actual porn star, and she wouldn't do that because that's always the result. And there's a camera guy literally from the ground. And when the
Before
scene
you
is
do the glass bottom boat, man, you got to get underneath that glass coffee table.
when the scene is done, he gets coated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awful.
It's disgusting.
All right, Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls. We've been bringing it up all day with Guado. So this is one of the raunchiest jokes in TV and movies. Have you guys seen Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls?
Not recently, but yeah.
Is this the thing with the rhino?
Yes!
So what's the premise?
He's in a fake rhino trying to, surveillance or whatever. You know, it's really hot in these rhinos. So he ends up going out the back door, and it looks like the rhino's giving birth.
Yeah,
but out
basically.
pops
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, and he's all covered in goo and stuff. But like the people on this far are like, it's giving birth. It's like, no, it's not.
He's making Jim Carrey noise in the way.
I forgot how much I like that movie till today. Bumblebee Tuna. Ghostbusters.
He slimed me.
No, I didn't remember this one. Did you guys know? They says the original Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd got a mouth hug from a ghost.
No.
Oh, hang on. I
That's why you don't sleep with your mouth
this.
open.
Well, no, that's a ghost making you give.
I know.
Oh.
That's right. I do vaguely remember a ghost hooking up Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah. Well, my throat doesn't hurt because I snore. It's because of that damn ghost.
I mean, I would just think, like, if that's going to happen, we're moving to a haunted house.
I mean, as a ghost, if it's a ghost, do you feel anything? Like, I appreciate you being there, but at the same time, it's like, I don't
try.
feel it.
Keep trying until I notice.
Keep working it.
That's a great way to get ghosted.
I had one the other night. Well, not a ghost. It was a dream, but same thing. You wake up right before the action. It's like, damn it.
I'm past that.
I'm always pulled away right before the action gets started.
Yeah, always.
You know, we're going to the bedroom, whatever. Like, it's about to happen.
That window is
rock
open
your
for
world.
me. I am on.
Right.
I'm in it.
I'll walk in there and
the wall's gone.
And she's like, hang on, just grab my water. I'm like, all right, cool. And so then I have to go into the other room and they ask me why I'm naked. And I said, well, I'm in there doing a
About
thing.
to have sex.
Hang on, I need you a real second for over here. And then all of a sudden I get pulled away and it never happens. Then I wake up.
Bridesmaids?
The laxative.
The diarrhea scene. By far.
That's so foul.
That is horrible.
That was a foul scene. That wasn't funny for me. That was just foul.
Well, piggyback on that, Dumb and Dumber. Harry's toilet mishap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right, the toilet doesn't flush. That's a nightmare.
It really
Being in a chick's house and the toilet doesn't flush, and you just laid it down.
Lay it down.
Animal House. I don't know if this one's that raunchy. When Bluto impersonates a zit.
Oh, he just slams guys' cheeks.
Yeah. I think that one's fine. Let's see. Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me. Austin drinks poop.
Yep.
And then the number one raunchiest joke in TV or movies. It's from a movie. There's something about Mary.
Oh, the gel.
I'll have what she's
Good call, Miles. Yeah, the hair gel.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I thought it was all the gay people having sex in the bushes. When they pull in front of their rest stop. What is going on around here?
What in the hell?
But that was a thing back then. Like, that was based off of
back then
true things that went down, on a highway in Pennsylvania, specifically.
I don't think that was just a highway in Pennsylvania, and I'm with Thrill. I think there's still illicit stuff happening.
I suspect there is, yes.
I mean, I've been tired driving home. Like, the last place I want to stop is a rest area.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what I mean? You got to stop at a rest area to pee. You got to go, especially if it's nighttime. That just seems creepy, and anything could happen there. We talked about it last night, or you talked about it a little bit. Obviously, Monday Night Football, if you weren't a fan of those teams, a lot of scoring, good to watch. But obviously for you guys, that's a tough loss. Well, I guess not a tough loss.
It's a good game. But
Detroit looked good. I would say this, and I was thinking about it last night because look, the Seahawks week 1, you're like, and you win the next week, then they destroy the Saints. Like I say this every year, the first 3 to 4 weeks of the NFL season are just unpredictable, right? Like especially last week, week 3, we saw that, right? We saw teams that shouldn't have been winning. So I would tell everybody like your team's probably not as good as you think right now, and unless you're the Bills. Or like your team's probably not as bad as you think it is right now. So I'm just like, everybody just kind of stay in that mindset, right? Like Once you get through October, then you kind of know who teams are and who's going to be good, who's going to.
Well, look, man, I don't worry about the Ravens offense. I think what's his face, King Henry, he'll get over his fumbleitis, or he won't. When they're detriment, bench him. But also the defense. When a team puts up 112 points in 3 games and you're 1-2, I would say maybe look at the defense. When a team drives 98.5 and 96 yards on your ass,
and
the defense is an issue.
Michael McDonald was a huge loss for the Ravens.
I don't know that I've ever been more excited to watch 1-2 teams this weekend than the Chiefs and the Ravens.
Yeah, no,
that'll be. I'm just like, all right.
They got to be able to stop. The Chiefs are garbage.
Hottest thing in Seattle right now, Mariners back in action tonight.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to jinx it. But
I'm not saying a thing.
Go Yankees. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Something.
Go Yankees.
Yeah.
I've never said that before.
Judge.
Yeah. Eat your hummus, kids.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
Here we go. Texas man upset his neighbors are having a party, so what does he do? He shoots a woman in the chest. Meanwhile, after a man sets fire to a cafe that did not have mayo, in steps Hellman's Best. Ohio school administrator resigns after stealing 11 lawnmowers from local schools. In a cat's world, having 9 lives is one of life's golden rules. And a man in China gets his head stuck in a traffic light. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
Top story, we go to China where a man was caught in a jam. Authorities got the call about a moving accident involving a man on a scooter crashing the vehicle into a temporary traffic light. Now, normally, this would be a simple case of sending a small crew out his way to check up on him and make sure he didn't hurt himself too bad. But this accident required a little extra attention because the man didn't just crash into the traffic light. He ended up with the light stuck on his head.
I saw that. How?
I have no idea. He had to have hit it straight on and kind of ejected forward from the scooter and launched himself on there. Because I can't think of any other possible way that you ended up with that thing stuck on your head.
If you didn't do it voluntarily, yeah.
Somehow he knocked down the traffic light and launched his head into one of the light ports, unable to free himself. Crews arrived and spent the better part of the next hour freeing him from the unusual prison. He was eventually meticulously cut out of the light and sent to the hospital for evaluation, but it sounds like the thing that was hurt most was his pride. Officer said that it was a head-on collision.
Hey-o.
But with only light damage.
They kept cutting. I give him credit on that one.
Right.
They did all right on that one.
Light damage.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense how he was able to get in but not out because I don't think in was comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think at that point when you go in, it kind of dented it inward, so you kind of have that reverse trap where you can't
Do you
get
think
it back
he's thinking,
out.
is there honestly got a traffic light stuck on my head?
You've got to laugh at that point.
Right. I mean, got a traffic light stuck on your head.
And I mean, if he had a helmet on, he should be okay. If he didn't have a helmet on, I got a little less sympathy for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was an interesting one. If you get a chance to check out that picture or that video, go and have a look. It's worth it. In other news, over to Ohio, where a public school administrator was forced to resign. He was initially suspended after it was discovered that he tried to make a little money on the side. He's alleged to have traded in 11 of the school's lawnmowers to a vendor without the board's approval, so he could buy new ones. Makes sense, we need to upgrade this stuff, so we're going to go ahead and just go buy the new stuff. But he's said to have bought 7 of the traded-in lawnmowers under a friends and family discount with the vendor, which he then promptly attempted to sell on Facebook Marketplace for double the money that he paid for them. This act violated the staff's code of ethics, and the board considered firing him, but he made it easy and resigned. I had to read that one a couple times over to understand exactly what he had done. So it sounds like the school still has their new lawnmowers. He just immediately went after the ones that he traded in.
Right.
Got them with this discount, so now he can sell them at a bigger dollar.
Uh-huh.
So I get it. What you did probably wasn't illegal, but it's
just frowned upon, but not illegal, right?
It's just that's really low of you to do that.
But his argument would be like, what were you going to do with them?
I don't know his argument. They don't pay me enough. I'm going to make some extra money.
Exactly.
But what plan did I ruin? What did you have to take care of these lawnmowers? If there's not one, I had a plan.
You sold them to me on a friends and family discount. So,
I mean, say it like they sold him the lawnmowers.
No, so he has the 11 lawnmowers with the school. He goes to a vendor. He makes a switch. He trades these guys in, and he buys new lawnmowers for the school.
Okay.
School's taken care of. He immediately goes back to that vendor, and he says, I want these 7 of those 11 that I just traded in. And the guy gave him a friends and family discount on those lawnmowers. So he bought, with his own money, he bought those lawnmowers that he had just traded in.
Spent about $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah, like $5,400, and he tried to sell them around for $14 collectively.
Yeah, all right. And I'm kind of with Thrill here. Like, you had already, the school has the lawnmowers,
Right.
the newer ones. Like,
Right.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
saying it's awesome what he did, but the flip side is it's not illegal. And what were your plans?
Exactly.
If you didn't have plans, you got nothing to get mad about.
Right. At that point, you get mad at the vendor.
Right.
You know, the only thing I did was kind of extend the... What he did, honestly, is he ruined the friends and family discount for anybody else who wants
That's
to use it.
pretty much
There you
it.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll
You
take
know?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you did, jackass. We got a little follow-up on a story that was covered earlier on this program, like last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. You might recall the story of the customer in Spain that was denied a simple request for mayo from the local sandwich shop because they didn't have any packets of mayo.
Correct. I want to say this particular place he got his food from, it was pre-made anyway.
Right.
And like going to the gas station, right?
I'm
And
pretty
then-
sure this
and
is
then
a woman.
they just sell it.
Yeah, I think it is a woman, too.
Is it a woman?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then she
she
freaked out because she wanted mayo on the sandwich.
Right.
They're like, no.
So instead of reacting like an adult, she went to a nearby gas station, got herself a gallon, and then made one more request from the shop as if it's going to change anything. They're like, we don't have any.
We can't give you
So she
mayonnaise.
tried to burn the place down.
She poured the gasoline all over the counter and lit the damn thing and then set it ablaze. So yeah, she tried to burn the place down. The shop sustained quite a bit of damage from the fire, and the video went viral on social media, which is where we have our follow-up. The video caught the attention of the right people at Hellman's Spanish offices. They used the story as an opportunity to simply post, quote, sorry we weren't there, and offered to cover the repair bill as well as promised to, quote, make sure that your sandwiches never run out of mayonnaise again. The owner of the shop didn't hesitate to accept that help.
Yeah. Prevent arson.
That right. That just looks good on everybody's part. Hellman, you look good. Everybody loves you.
Sure.
Now at the sandwich shop, it gets the repairs covered.
We still got to talk
They
about the
got
woman who
mayonnaise.
burned the place down because they didn't have mayonnaise.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
Jeez, Liz.
And incidentally, no one else in Spain's going to ask for mayonnaise.
No.
Right.
Like they
No.
have mayonnaise. You're not going to use it.
No.
That's all.
Criminy, man. Doggone.
I'm going. Never been
Just
to
for the
Spain.
mayonnaise?
Now they got mayonnaise. I'm going.
Where's the mayonnaise?
I'm here for the mayonnaise.
Man, there's some good-looking women in here.
Yeah. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth,
Thankfully, there's good news.
we go to the UK for a happy reunion. A woman in the Glasgow area got a call one day from the Scottish SPCA informing her that they had her cat. A little shocked, the woman was in disbelief as her cat was sitting comfortably on her couch at the time of the phone call and informed that caller as such. But the SPCA worker insisted that this was her cat, having scanned the microchip, which tracked her to that number, and even gave her the name, the cat's name of George. Now, this sent the woman reeling even further because she finally picked on what had happened. And that was, she was at a bit of a loss for words. Turns out, it was in fact her cat, the cat that she had before the one that was sitting there on the couch, that had up and disappeared 9 years ago.
That is insane.
The rescue charity picked George up while rounding up a handful of other felines in the area and made the call. She quickly made her way over to the SPCA office and picked George up to bring him home, where he is adjusting back to life at home with the family and his new baby brother.
He's readjusting because he left in the first place.
Exactly.
Now they brought him back. He's like, I can't believe I have to escape again.
Right. There's this 4-year-old cat that just up and vanishes. They have no idea how George got out and where he went afterwards.
He put the effort in.
That's right. 9 years gone. And if I look at that like, I think George is a little bit salty about the fact that it's like, who's this guy?
George went to find himself a friend. So
Yeah, he goes by Jorge now.
exactly. He's laying it. He was out there laying it down.
He's got a teardrop tattoo.
I'm just saying, like, he's changed. It's been 9 years. He has changed. And Miles is right. He might have sired a family.
He smelled something and went, I'm on my way.
I'm after that.
Oh, yeah. Somebody was in heat.
Give me a slice of that.
Give me a slice of that heat.
Come on, baby.
Not for the heat slice.
I don't know what's worse, when I said or you. Someone was in heat. Get a slice of that.
Get a slice. Ah.
Hey, girl, get a slice of that heat.
Slice beats pie.
I can smell your pheromones.
Or I can hear him.
Oh, you're ready.
Or I can hear him.
Men's Room Sports, just for future reference, the Mariners will be on every day for the remainder of the season at 6:40 p.m. over en route, with the exception of Sunday, which will be a noon game. The first three against Colorado starts later on tonight. I hate this team. I just want that to be known. I hate this team. You've also got WNBA playoffs on ESPN and preseason hockey featuring your Seattle Kraken over on Kong if you want to check that out. As far as your weather, should be mostly clear with a low of 55 tonight, making way for a beautiful sunny and 73-degree day tomorrow. Enjoy it. The clouds are on their way back, gents. That is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thanks, sure. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the return of Who Sucks Less. The lovely Jolene's coming up next.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at UnitedHealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
With Kevin's Natural Foods, you're just 5 minutes from feeling like clean, protein-packed meals that taste as good as they make you feel. Get that clean eating feeling with Kevin's Natural Foods in the refrigerated aisle.
There's luxury, and then there's Monogram. At Judd & Black, you can experience both. Right now, with Monogram's 1 for you, 1 for free rebate, when you purchase select premium appliances, you'll get another absolutely free. Shopping at Judd & Black, you get personalized service, expert guidance, and luxury delivered. Browse online at juddblack.com or find the best deals in our Bellingham showroom off Exit 254. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store for over 85 years.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.